I'm muting. I'm muting up.
But we got smacked. But we got smacked. But we got smashed, bro. But we got smacked. But we got smacked. But we got smashed, bro.
3, 2, 1, go! What's up? It's your boy Leverhead back with another Live and Level Gamers podcast. This is episode 411. We are in this piece. What's up, fellas?
What it do? What it do?
What up?
Earphones. Lord, pray for me. Jesus! But welcome to the show. We got a little bit set up for you. Xbox. A lot of shifting and changing of the guards. Phil Spencer retired. Sarah Buns resigned. And they trying to escape from my girl. We not gonna have it on our watch. Slap yourself. Yeah, we gotta talk about that. Resident Evil Requiem reviews are out. We gonna talk about that as well. We also gonna talk about why you may have chosen the system you chose. Why do you game where you game? I'm gonna let Keith kind of lead that conversation. And then we gonna go where this go, because I believe the Xbox situation is gonna take up a good minute. I feel kind of slappy happy tonight. Keith, you feeling slappy happy, bro?
Man, you know, it might not even be no slang tonight, so I'm feeling kind of slappy happy too, man. We're gonna have to slap some of these folks, man.
K-Bomb, man, you really didn't share your sentiments on that, but we gonna get into it, man. We gonna get into it. Welcome to the show. If you are here, let us know who you be in that comment section, because we are all in these gaming streets, all inside your inner drum. Man, the Live and Level Gamers podcast, where gamers come to talk, rant, debate. Anyway, what's up, man? What's up, people?
But we got smashed, bro.
Me and my manager today, we was doing some stuff to get ready for this renovation that we got going on with the office, and we was we gotta do some e-cycling. Man, there was so much computer stuff in there. I actually took home a Surface that I found. I was like, let me get this Surface, man. Let me go and get this.
Let me get this up off of you.
Yeah, we have some Apple TVs and stuff, but
What?
they
were just giving it away?
We not doing it with that stuff. That stuff just been sitting in storage. So
Man, you can't find me a Surface. I got a Surface. I can put this Surface on for sure.
it was 3 of them. I took one, and my other 2 coworkers took the other 2.
What year? What year was it?
You know what? It's a Windows 8, so you might not even want it. Of course, I'm gonna update it. I'm gonna update it though. But
Yeah. Next thing I know, that mug be controlling half of America from your house. But anyway, man, we gotta get y'all signing out up in here, man. What's up, people? Let us know who you be up in these comment streets. But yeah, man, we gotta talk about it, man. Xbox, a lot of bombshell announcements has happened. So we're going to talk about that, man. I'm feeling some type of way. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm feeling some type of way about what they are doing to Sarah. I do. And I got a little bit to say about this. Man, Requiem is looking good, man. It's looking real good. T.I. here going upside 50 Cent head on. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with that. I mean, T.I. ain't playing.
I did catch the rebuttal. I did catch T.I.'s.
How he got
track.
Yeah, he got like 3 of them out, don't you? He got 3.
Oh no, I just heard I just heard one of what was the one called? You got the right one.
You
That's what
got
I
the
heard.
right one. You got what bully, and now you got lessons. That brother,
Oh no,
every
he might get a whole album.
yeah, he basically saying
I'm gonna
anytime
have to check him
50 Cent
out.
drop a meme, he dropping a diss track. I'm like, and brother, he dropping. Look, man, I know we know faith driven folks, but I like a little hip hop. I'm a hip hop guy. That brother dropping some heat. Ti dropping bops. I'm like, bro, that he when Drake beat Meek Mills with back to back. One of the reasons
Hmm.
that song won was because it was a banger. It was not just a diss track. It actually was something people was playing in the clubs and different things. It actually got
Yeah,
radio spin. That's why it was such a big song. That's why "Not Like Us" is such a big song because it got regular radio spin. Ti dropping radio spin diss tracks. Them songs them tracks gonna get spin. Them some bops.
Check him out. I ain't been listening. I ain't
Yeah,
been listening
man.
to nothing.
I be my algorithm. Once you check out one, they make sure you see the rest. So I kept up with it. But anyway, man. So we want to have ample time, and I need to turn this game off on my TV. Normally my TV been on shut off by now. But we want to have
Is it the
ample
Lakers?
amount. No, I was playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. I gotta talk about that. That's man. So anyway, we get there.
Gotcha. I got
But
you.
I want to give us ample time to talk about all this stuff. What's up, Nia? I see you, girl. I see you on X talking about get behind me, sister. You got the deflection shield up. I got you. Hey, Kitty, I got you.
Yeah.
I see you. I'm like, yeah, Nia, that's what I'm talking about. Deflect all this hate. They doing Sarah dirty over here. But anyway, to give us ample time to talk about that, we're gonna go straight into what you've been gaming on. And so let's get it in. Yeah. You know what time it is. It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on. Yes, sir. Pause. I ain't got nobody's kitty.
I wasn't gonna say no when you said it. I say he talking about kitties on the podcast.
Ain't that what Wait a minute. You know what?
Yeah, I was
I
gonna let
wasn't
it
gonna
live.
say nothing.
I was gonna let it live.
In this
I let it live.
this world of debauchery, you can't say nothing without the gutter open up. Y'all know she say, "Hey, kitty, come on now. Y'all know I wouldn't go there. I got a wife.
That's a whole different meaning now, brother.
What did I say? What did I say? Let me know. What did I say?
Yeah, something about getting some kitty or something.
I said, she said,
I don't know. I lost track after you said it. I was
I
like,
said,
oh my
hey, kitty. Hello, kitty. I was talking about Hello Kitty, the game.
Lord.
Hello
Oh
Kitty.
man.
Anyway, y'all know.
Mine.
You see what y'all see what they
My
lives
kitty
are at.
upstairs. Nope.
I got yeah.
Yeah.
That one scratches and bites. I ain't trying to get in no trouble. Anyway,
It bite back.
it fights, it punches, it kicks, it talks.
Oh man.
Anyway, y'all
Oh man.
know how to throw a person off. I am totally thrown off. Let me get my bearings back. They done threw me off.
Bring it back. What you been gaming on? What you
All
been
right,
gaming
what
on?
we
What you been
been
gaming on?
gaming on? I lost total track of where I was. All right, who going first, man? Keith, K-Bone, you went first last time. Keith, you got the floor, man. It's you. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, sir. What I've been invite back. No, let me stop. Uh,
Uh,
what I've been what I've been gaming on is Dragon Quest Seven Reimagined. That's the only game I've been gaming
Yeah.
on, and I've been having a
What? Only one game
blast.
this week? You
My
be dabbling in all type of
that's
games.
really no, that's all I played. I really wanted to try to get it done before Resident Evil seven. Resident Evil 9 came out. Resident Evil Requiem. But it looks like I'm not gonna be able to do that. I could probably stay up all night, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm too grown for that. No, stop. But yeah, been having a blast with that game. That game is silly, but it's also great. You have those, everybody has their own little stories, and you just gotta try to follow their stories by rebuilding the world essentially. And right now, I don't want to spoil it, but right now I'm flying.
For who?
You never know. You never know who might pop in and
Okay,
listen to
okay.
it.
Okay. All right, all
But
right, all right, all right.
but just to say, I've been. That's all I've been gaming on. Is just Dragon Quest Seven. That's it.
Okay, all right. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that. Somebody got to play it. Because I'm not.
Wow. Wow. Oh wait! I
No,
ain't
man,
done.
it's K-Bub turn. What you talking about? Wait, go
Hold
ahead.
on,
Go ahead,
hold
bro.
on, hold on, K-Bone. Hold on, K-Bone. Let me mention this one more game.
Put a
I did
halt,
try out a
Yes, sir.
game. That is,
halt, hold up, stop,
Nintendo.
cut it out,
Come on, man.
quit. No, go.
Nin- Nintendo released Xenoblade Chronicles X, the definitive edition, Switch 2 edition. That's a mouthful. And
That's
I
a lot.
wasn't gonna. That's a lot. I wasn't gonna get it, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get it because I do want to finish the game maybe. And Nia was like, I'm gonna help you get some better scales, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get the update since she gonna be playing with me and she gonna be talking about how beautiful it is, and I ain't gonna be looking at it beautiful. It was only $5, but I will
No,
say
not bad.
this: it sh- it no, it should have been free. Yes,
Ooh,
yes,
free
the game
dollars.
$3. Yes, the game is now running at a beautiful 60 frames a second, no dips, and they have upscaled the game. I believe is I don't know what it's running at honestly, but they have definitely upscaled the game, and it is crystal clear. You can see everything, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. But
Uh,
I don't know. It's something about it just makes the world seem smaller. Before it seemed like the world was endless, and it's probably because I couldn't see it. But now I can see the
uh,
edge of the world. So,
What's all
but
the
yeah,
what's all the
that's
that's
refunds
funny.
about?
hmm?
What's all the refunds about? I've been seeing a lot of people sending
Okay.
it back or asking
So
for refunds.
apparently,
Yeah.
uh, when they upscaled it, the visuals, I guess in motion, the visuals get a little smeary, like it gets real blurry and it doesn't look as good.
Vaseline.
It gives Vaseline in moments when you're really looking for it. I personally haven't played
K-Bub.
enough. You funny. I personally haven't played enough to notice Vaseline. Like I said, I've only been playing Dragon Quest Seven, but apparently that's been the reaction, and Nintendo's been honoring it. So whatever
Oh, nice.
Monolith Soft needs to do to fix it, I hope they fix it. But I hope Nintendo fans can band together like this with other stuff that they all agree on. Me personally, I'm not playing it enough to even notice, but that's cool that Nintendo fans coming together like that and Nintendo's actually responding. Mainly because it's just $5, but but that's
Nintendo
good.
fans talking about graphics. How far we've made it in 2026?
It's a Wii U game though. That's the funny thing. But anyways, yeah,
Oh, really? Oh, dang.
yeah, it came out on the Wii U.
All right, K-Bone. What's up, Mr. Comic Book Crunch? Welcome to the show. K-Bone, the floor is yours, my friend.
No problem. So let me go ahead and get the regulars out the way. So been playing 2K 26. The homie's been getting online pretty much every night. So that's been cool. Get a chance to game with the homies. And then still playing Marvel Rivals. I still enjoy that game. Overwatch is not it for me. It's not. I don't know what would ever get me to go back there because they actually hit a high spike with the new season because they introduced 5 new characters and everything and did a bunch to get people back, and it spiked. And then it's keeping some momentum, but it's not back to where it used to be. Even though they're doing a lot of good things over there for people who like Overwatch. And also, I'm getting back in the groove, trying to finish my favorite Switch game, a Switch 2 game, which is Hades 2. I'm pretty close. I just beat, I think, one part of the game. I think that was the final time of me retrying that part. So, and I think I beat that, and I think I have one more piece I need to do, unless there's a twist somewhere, and I'll be pretty much done with the main storyline. And so that's what I've been working on, trying to finish that, and still like doing a bunch of gaming on my phone, playing Magic the Gathering. I've actually went up to the shop again this Tuesday to play the physical card game. So that's been cool. Still collecting and buying cards, trying to build some more decks. So I've been playing video games and also, physical trading card games. So that's been legit. They have a new turtle set coming out for Magic the Gathering, a Ninja Turtle set. So I don't know how interested I am in that because I haven't heard great reviews about it so far, but we'll see. And there is one more thing that's not gaming related, but I do want to get off my chest because I know you guys talked about it a little bit. I never heard your final thoughts about it, but I've gone through the entire season of Ironheart.
Yeah, I watched it.
Well, I know you guys watch it,
I
but I
watched
didn't hear your final thoughts on it. I heard you guys thoughts about 2 to
A
3 episodes
bombshell
in.
report just
You guys kind of said you kind of see where it's going on, or you knew some of the critiques and people were saying about the series. I want to say this piece before we continue. I'm happy that you guys are going to shed good light on our black sister on this podcast because I'm going to bring it down because Ironheart was trash. I thought, I thought that series was absolute garbage. Just bad story writing, bad storytelling, bad acting. You had a black mother that didn't act like a black mother because ain't no way in the world you gonna keep leaving the house and ain't gonna answer me when you come back in the house. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the series. I just watched it just to say I finished it. So I don't know how you guys felt about it, but I personally thought it was trash. I did not enjoy it one bit. But I'm excited about Wonder Man. I've heard pretty good things about that. So I will get a chance to check that out within the next couple of weeks.
Okay. It wasn't great. I definitely agree with you there. It was not great. It wasn't. When I say it was trash, it wasn't great. But I didn't think it was great either. So I don't think you're wrong for saying it's trash. What's up,
I did.
Jerry, man?
From a Marvel enthusiast like I am. If I go ahead, sir.
No, you good. Go ahead. From a Marvel enthusiast
I would just say,
like
from
you
a
are.
Marvel enthusiast, I have to be honest. It doesn't matter that it's a black lead or not. I have to be honest. It was bad. It was really bad. Just be honest. Love my black queens. Hope we do them right this podcast. But that one, yeah, you could have kept that one. And I do like Comic Book Crunch asked me, did I take the body wash and deodorant to the gaming shop? No, actually, they were cool, man. They didn't. I ain't smell no bo, so it was actually pretty good. They're getting better, man. They're using deodorants. I'm happy.
Well, that's a blessing. We send shots out, drop bombs. So I guess it's my turn. I'm in the same boat as Keith. I've been playing one game pretty much for the last. When did that update come out? Well, since this update has come out, I've been playing this game, and I've really gotten back into it. And that's Assassin's Creed Shadows on the Switch 2. As you know, Ubisoft dropped a new patch that patched in the water reflections amongst some other fixes and tune-ups. I think they also improve foliage, and I believe they also improve draw distance and a few frame rate stability issues. I think they improved the frame rate a little bit. And I'm here to report, man. I'm here to report, and I posted this up on X, on my X page. Man, this game looks really, really good on the Switch too. I did not expect the water reflections to change the game this much, but it really does improve the visuals of the water. And I'm gonna be honest with you, even what I have up on X really doesn't capture how good it looks. I'm gonna pull it in here and here. I'll let y'all see. This is it's a little dark. It's not this dark, but it's not. This is really. It was at night, but this is on the Switch too, and this is coming from Nintendo's app, uploaded straight to X. So this is compressed. And I know you really can't see it, but I'm not gonna lie. I was really blown away by how this game changed just from that change, because it does not just affect the water in the sense of the rivers and oceans and things like that. It also affects the farmlands where in Asia they grow a lot of rice. So you will have a lot of farmlands with rice growing out, and then rice, how they grow rice, they submerge it in water and different things like that. So it literally changed how that looks. Everything looks just that much more premium. And so it got me back in the game. I finally got to Yasuke, as you can see in the footage. I'm playing as Yasuke. He's basically K-Bum. He just a tank. Keith, he a tank. He's nothing like is it Neo Noyo dang, I forgot how to say her name. Neo.
I used to know her name.
Neo or something like that. She is a lot different than Yasuke. Yasuke is almost like put you in the mind of Ghost of Tsushima. Her play style is more like that, where it's just straightforward. Or Ghost of Yote, it's straightforward. It's you not really, cause Neo, I think it's Neo. You can't just go head up and just walk through people. She weaker. She can't take a lot of damage, so you really gotta be dodging and parrying, and her hits does not kill. She's not killing like Yasuke. Yasuke just rhinoing people. that brother just like I said, bulldozing, tanking. He hitting folks. It's like he's swinging that sword like a bat. He clubbing folks with metal, and what I like about it too, Keith, is when Yasuke come around, you hear the crowds talking. There he is. Oh, that's him. That's the legend. And they are literally scared of him. Like you hear something. What'd you say?
Don't do it, K-Bone.
No,
Don't do it, K-Bone.
that was my opportunity. I'm not. That's good. I'm good.
What did
I heard it too.
What did I do this time?
I heard it too, and I was like, "No, don't do it. Don't
Man,
do it."
y'all gotta stop with this, man. We are grown men. I can't deal with y'all, man. Anyway, I'm
No, it wasn't that. It was our earlier conversation.
Oh,
Before we got on the podcast, I was about to say that, but
so
yeah. I'm good. I caught myself. I'm good.
Get it out, man. Get it out, man. Get it out. So anyway,
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No,
I'm good.
don't get it out. Please don't get it out.
Don't get it out.
I'm good.
He finna have a moment, Kate.
I'm gonna have a moment. I mean, you have sympathy for me.
K-Bum dang near derailed the whole podcast before we even started. We had to bring our anyway. That's for us to know what happened.
Oh man, okay.
So there's like, there you go. that right there. Anyway, so they don't
man.
know. They don't know what we talking about.
Oh,
Anyway,
my
and y'all
tears.
can't know. Y'all are not going to know. But anyway, they screaming, there he go. And like they literally scream for like, come and help me. Come and help. Somebody help. They
Oh,
scared of
dad.
this dude. Like they
That's a setup.
scared of Yasuke. He big, man. This is a big dude. He
For
big.
sure.
I don't know how this horse holding him up. This brother got it. This brother got to be 6'4", 6'5", something like that, maybe even taller. And he just be mowing through, man. But I like playing as Neo, or how you say her name. I like playing with her better. She's a little bit more fun. It takes a little bit more skill. I would say the protagonists and the enemies that I'm going up against now can one strike you and you done. Like that's not the same with Neo or how, somebody tell me how to say that girl name. Look up her name if you can, if you don't mind, so I can see if I'm saying this girl name, because I feel I'm not saying it right. But anyway, she controls totally different than Yasuke. She's more agile. You can't sneak around with Yasuke. There's no point in trying to climb nothing. He was up there trying to run on top of the little the little side fences. He looked terrible. It's like, this brother, just get down and walk. Just get back on the horse. There's no point. You can't sneak in and nothing. So he's not as fun to play with as the girl. Neo. Neo. I think I was playing it right. Neo. Naoe. Is that how
Oh,
you
a
say it?
name. Naomi.
Naoe. Okay. Naoe is funner to play with to me, in my opinion. She controls different. But he's just a brute. He's a tank. He a brute, he a tank. But it's, like I said, it's more like Ghost of Tsushima. But not as agile as Ghost of Tsushima. Not as agile as Yote. But he got a lot of moves. But man, he
You got
powerful.
Kratos out there or something? He
Yeah,
out there slapping people like Kratos?
it's like that, bro. He out there, man. When it's the one, he got this one power up where he, like, I don't know if you know Mitsurugi on Soul Blade or Soul Calibur. Mitsurugi, I think that's how you say his name. Mr. Anyway, I can't think of his name. The one that the samurai dude in Soul Calibur. I'm messing these names up. He got this move where he does this step in kick and then slice down with the sword. Like, that's one of his moves. He has the same move, but when Yasuke kick you, he kicked this dude so far. I couldn't hit him with the sword because he literally kicked him across the screen. That's how this brother knocking over, like, he knocking over metal brick fences and brick arm rails and stuff. This brother's a tank. He just running through doors, and he a problem. Yeah. So I have assassinated. I think I have assassinated around 5 or 6 of the main storyline villains. So I'm getting into Yasuke's story. He's, like I say, he's a lot different. But I'm exploring with him now, and so that's basically all I've been playing on, man. Not much. I did play some Final Fantasy VII Intergrade for a little while, but then I went back to this just to check out the upgrade, the update, and the patch, and I'm pleased with it. If they can get the frame pacing together, that's the only thing this game is lacking, is frame pacing. They get that together, it's a solid entry. It's a solid game. I enjoy it. I think it's good. It's nice to see this running like this on the Switch 2. I'm just enjoying my Switch 2. And that's going to get to a conversation, Keith, another conversation going on there. Are you bored with the Switch 2? I don't know if you've been hearing about that, Keith. But we'll talk about that. But that's what I've been gaming on, man.
Dope.
So, all right, with that being said, time to get into it. We not wasting no time. We know Requiem is out. We'll talk about Requiem. Ain't that coming out tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Or tonight, depending on however you got it.
I'm probably gonna buy the physical or the game key card. I'm buying the game. I'm going to be anti-consumer. I'm going to buy the game key card. I'm gonna give Nintendo my money for a game that's not on the card, but I need the card to play the game. Anyway, so we don't want to talk about Requiem yet. We'll talk about that in a second. We got to talk about this bombshell. These moves that have taken place at Xbox. So about, what we say, Keith, K-Bum, 2 days ago? Yeah, about 2 days ago.
No, it was last week.
Was it last week?
Yeah, because Phil officially retired Monday.
Okay, and they brought on Asher.
Asha
Okay,
Sherman.
so
yeah.
Is it Asha or Ashura?
Asha.
Asha.
I thought it was a URA. Is that pronounced?
That's her last name, I think. Asha Sherman.
I'm just gonna stick with the first name, Asha. So anyway, last week, day after the podcast. Thank you, Crunch. It was literally Friday. Last week, because they announced it on a weekend, which was odd, and it has a lot of
no thank you to me.
I was giving you thanks, bro. I said you're right, and I was thinking he said after the pod, I was like, "That's right, thank you." But you was right. You keep my bad. Let me slap yourself. I'm gonna slap myself for giving Comic Book Crunch, our guest, more credit than our actual one of the panelists on the podcast, Keith. All right. So anyway,
thanks, Comic Book Crunch.
Good Lord, no.
So last Friday after the pod, Xbox over the weekend, because they trying to miss media and all that, because people go home on the weekend. They dropped some bombs. They dropped bomb. 3 bombs dropped. The first bomb was Sarah Bonds is resigning from her position, and she left Xbox. The second bomb was Phil Spencer was retiring. And the third bomb was Asha, this new person named Asha, is taking over as the president or CEO. She's replacing Phil. So she's
CEO
the
of Microsoft
CEO of Microsoft, which we all know that was
Microsoft Gaming.
Xbox division under Microsoft Gaming, which we've been we told y'all they're going to probably change the name to Microsoft Gaming, but we'll get there. We all know Sarah Bonds has been being groomed for that position to take over from Phil. Well, Xbox has went to a whole different direction. So not only do we not have Phil anymore, he was able to, so I'm throwing up quotations, retire. And Sarah Bonds,
Take the S off her name.
Sarah Bonds.
Black person.
That's something you saying Buns.
Sarah Bonds. Is it Buns?
Buns?
I thought it was Buns.
It's Bun. Like
it's
James
just with
Bun.
a B. It's just with a D. Just with a D. It ain't no S on it. Oh, I thought it was an S on it. I thought it was Sarah Bonds. Okay, my bad. Excuse the typo in the thing. Thank you, Keith, for outing me.
Yeah, we gonna. Hey, if we gonna be showing love to the black woman, we gotta get her name right.
So after all this announced, she resigns or she leaves her post, and they announce a new boss, a new CEO by the name of Asha. How you say her last name? Sharma.
Asha
Sharma. And so we all trying to like, what's going on here? We trying to process Phil Spencer. No more Phil Spencer. No more Sarah Bonds. And this lady by the name of Asha, coming from her background is AI, is taking over. So before we can even process all this, Dustin, and I don't know if y'all know who Dustin is. How many people are familiar with old Dustin? Dustin, I think that's, what's his name? Dustin, or Destin. Is it Destin or Dustin? Yeah, Destin. Destin, I want to pull him up. He put up a video. I'm not going to play it, but it really I saw through the smoke and the mirrors. So they send Destin a video, a article or he supposedly gets some information from behind the scenes on what's really going down with Sarah Buns. And the rumor is, and I'm just going to pull this up. The rumor is, and I just had this up. All right. This is what he reported. He makes a whole movie. I can't think of that brother's name. Destin something. So it says former Xbox president Sarah Bond, like Keith said, not Buns, but Bond, was reportedly tough to work with. And I'm going to be honest. This caught my attention. I'm like, this is full of this is bull. They finna make her the fall person. They finna make her the scapegoat. Staff praised her work ethic, but also claimed that she fostered an environment where if you didn't follow the vision or request it or question it, you were out. So, as Xbox undergoes a massive shakeup, with executives Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond both stepping down from their positions, and a new report has claimed that the former Xbox president was actually very difficult to work with. After, according to a February 23 report from The Verge, current and former Xbox employees were relieved to hear of Sarah Bond's departure. Sources reportedly told The Verge that Bond had been tough to work with, as she allegedly created a work environment where if you didn't follow the vision or question it, you were out. As the de facto mastermind behind Xbox controversial, this is an Xbox campaign, so now they blaming this on her, in which Microsoft made it a point to suggest that anything and everything could play Xbox game. The Verge claimed that Bond's strategies have been failing internally and been questioned multiple times. She also wasn't much of a gamer in the way that Spencer was, with that facet of her public persona supposedly being manufactured solely for appearances. Interestingly, Asha also doesn't have a gaming experience, and she got exposed literally moments and hours after being announced the CEO, when she created her first account and let others play her account to build up her resume. But anyway, we won't go there. Despite these issues, sources still praised Bond for her work at Xbox, particularly when it came to her strengths in inking deals with companies and developers, and for her part, she said in her announcement memo that now is the right place or the right time to step down. While Bond's departure may feel sudden, it apparently wasn't that surprising to the current and former employees The Verge spoke to. They explained that they saw the writing on the wall since last year, especially since her direct reports had changed so frequently. I'll read this last part and then we can get into it. It's worth noting, though, that Bonds is a black woman.
You said the direct reports changed?
She said since her direct reports had changed so frequently. I don't know what that.
I know exactly what that means.
Explain that. That's some lingo I may not understand.
That's corporate talk.
Yeah, that's
corporate talk. So what it is that when they're preparing to move, when the company is preparing to move you out, they move important things from out of your grasp. They kind of silo you. And so the removing of her direct reports makes it seem like they were moving things around so that they can move her out or fire her without having big impact to the organization.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So to me that speaks of a firing and not her resigning, right, under her own will. It was already been set up that she wasn't going to get this job, that she was going to be pretty much either just siloed into some corner of the Xbox division, or she's going to be let go. Yeah, they've been setting that up for a while, from what it sounds like to me.
At least that's what they trying to paint.
At least,
it's,
yeah.
it's worth noting, though, that Buns is a black woman in the technological industry. Maybe she didn't foster a toxic work environment, but the discourse around her departure does highlight the disparity in how we talk about her career versus Spencer's. I'm glad they bringing this up. Not liking someone or finding someone difficult to work with is very common, and while it's certainly possible she was cutthroat in her approach, she is also a woman of color at an executive level in a often white male-dominated field. That matters not as a dismissal of her behavior, but a recognition of the work the games and technical industry still need to do. I think we need to stop right there because I think
So somebody didn't give that. Well, where your claps at?
Yeah.
You need to go ahead and give that man claps for that
I did because I think they hit it. This is my first time reading this because I was listening to Destin of the Xbox guy, Destin. That he just painted this picture, and I'm like, so it's interesting to me that they put all this on Sarah.
Yep.
And the thought
You want the CEO.
Yeah, and she wasn't even the CEO. She was the president.
Yep.
And me and Keith, I don't think you got a chance to really get in the back and forth discourse with me and Keith around this because I know Keith got a lot to say. Nia said, where this article from? This is from GameSpot.
Yeah. And the person who wrote it is named Levi Winslow, and I just looked him up. He is a man of color.
Okay. Shout out to
Good job. Good job.
Because when I said not on our watch, I meant not on our watch. And I'm thankful that I was led because I didn't even read. I didn't read through this. So this paragraph right here hits it right on the nail. This is interesting that the president is being blamed for stuff that we heard Phil Spencer pushing before she ever pushed it. Now, I was asking Keith, I said, when has Sarah actually ever led? Like, when have we seen a moment where it was clear that Sarah is in control, she's running the ship, she's in the driver's seat. Have we ever felt that about Sarah Buns and Microsoft? Dustin X. Thank you, man. Is it Dustin or Destin? I think it's Destin. But anyway, when have we seen, I want to ask this question. I'm going to throw it to you, K-Bum, and I'm going to throw it to you, Keith. Have you ever felt that Sarah Bun was actually leading?
Right. Okay. When she would talk, it would not be out in front like Phil, right? She would have a little segment. She would have a little segment that she would say something, right? She'll pop in for 3-4 minutes, say something, and then be out of the way. And even when some of the interviews where she was usually on with Phil. Right. It wasn't just her. I do not remember. I can't count on my hand how many times I saw just her talking about something without Phil being anywhere in the video.
In the picture,
right?
Yeah.
In the picture, in the video, in the interview, it was always Sarah and Phil, right? I never saw just. I'll say this. I don't remember a time where I would say I just saw Sarah. Like Sarah talked about the handheld, right? And one of the last Xbox big videos, right? And that was her portion of the video, but she wasn't that was it. That's all we heard from Sarah. But she was her talking about the handheld. And even when that big interview, when they talked about them going through going multi-plat with some of their first party stuff. She just had a little. It felt like she just had her little tidbits to say, and that was it. But the conversation was led by Phil because she was the first person to mention something about a device coming down the line last year or the holiday season before, something like that. And we didn't see it until the next year. So I never felt like it was her show. I never felt like she was driving it. I always felt like it was Phil's thing. Every decision that I saw, I would normally see Phil talking about it, pushing it, and being the face of whatever decision it was. There's very rarely can I say that I saw her as the face of whatever the movement was in Xbox, and that's why I agree with you. I find it very difficult to swallow.
A bombshell report.
Pause that. They're trying to throw it all on her when she was not the face of movements, right? She wasn't up front. She wasn't the one going to all the websites or going through all the podcasts and having all the interviews. And if she was there, she was accompanied by somebody. Most of the time, Phil. So I don't. Sorry, I answered your question, but I gave a little bit more. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, this is the dude I'm talking about. This is Destin. I can't think of his last name, but it's Destin. Destin. This is the Xbox dude. This is the one that believes and still believes Xbox is going to make a system. Nah, brother. They sent this joker this stuff, and he jumped up, made a video, and he started spewing this stuff. But I'm just so glad I saw a lot of people saw through the whole bait and switch and the fall person they were trying to make, the scapegoat they were trying to make Sarah. But Keith, you come on in here because I know you got a lot to say, bro. Did you ever feel like Sarah actually led? And then you can go as far as you want to go with that.
Okay, I'll start there and then I'll. So I agree with both of y'all. No, I didn't actually feel like she. Can you get that man's picture off the screen?
Yeah, I got him all.
I do not want to see that man's face. I didn't actually feel like she was in the leadership position. Not saying that behind the scenes of what they do on a day to day that she wasn't
right.
doing it. I cannot speak to that.
Good point.
But I would like to believe that she was doing something as the president and making decisions, and maybe when these decisions and things like that were a combination of all of their thought processes is why you always saw them on stage. But it would have been nice to see her solo things and go out and actually be the face, but they never seem to want her to be the face of anything. And I find that interesting because, like, if it worked, they were never going to give her the credit. If it failed, put the credit on her, put the blame on her like they're doing right now. But it's hard for me. It's a hard pill for me to swallow when I never saw her by herself. So to me, it never looked like it was fully her idea. Like Nia said in the chat, it said it looks like she was just going along with the plans, and that's all it looks like. And Level, you had started with something, and I want to pick it up from there where you talked about Phil had already talked about these ideas that they are blaming her for. Mm-hmm. But let's see if it's actually blame that she should be receiving, or should it be praise? The Xbox Play Anywhere launches September 13th, and that was in 2016. 2016, Sarah Bond didn't start at Microsoft until 2017. So before she even got there, they were already laying the breadcrumbs for Play Anywhere. It says Xbox Play Anywhere, which delivers certain games to the Xbox One, this is how far back it goes, and Windows 10 PC with a single purchase. I remember this because I think D2K gave me a game because he bought the physical game and he gave it to me to play on PC. I don't know if that was Quantum Break or was it Gears of War 4. It was one of them, but I benefited from this program. And the new program was during the last month's E3 press conference. Play Anywhere saves your progress to a single file, tracks a single set of achievements, and won't cost any more than a regular game. So they had already started laying these breadcrumbs before Sarah even stepped in the scene, before we even knew who Sarah Bond was. And we really didn't know who she was until 2023, but she had been with the company since 2017. She joined Microsoft as a CV of Gaming Business Development and Partnership. And while I said that, I do not care if the president, the CEO, whoever is a gamer. I think that's just that y'all are just pushing it with that. Oh, they got to be a gamer. No, they don't. They need to know business because your business is my business, and I want the business to continue afloat. And we gave Xbox a lot of slander over the years, and it was funny. It was very funny. But when you go back and you look at it, every year Xbox revenue outside of 2023, their revenue has gone up every year from 2015 all the way to 20 fiscal year 2025. Their revenue has gone up. The hardware, not so much, but their software has gone up. That said, it says in 2025 they recorded a 23.45 billion annual revenue. That's the highest it's ever been under the watch of Sarah Bond. We still complaining? It's the highest it's ever been. It's never their revenue has never been this high. Gaming revenue increased 2 billion or 9% driven by growth in Xbox content and services. This is what we complaining about, right? Offset in part by a decline in Xbox hardware. Xbox content and services revenue increased 16% driven by the impact of the Blizzard acquisition and Xbox Game Pass. Xbox hardware revenue decreased 25% driven by lower volume of consoles sold. So yeah, we know that the consoles haven't been selling, but the things that has been working is the content and services like Game Pass and putting your games on PlayStation and Nintendo and PC. Think about this. You spend $71 billion acquiring Activision. Internally, you look at Xbox users base, they can't fund, they're not going to fund it. I'm not going to say they can't, they're not going to fund that. So to me, it makes sense to open the doors and put the games everywhere else because you got to recoup this money. And I know in one of the articles, Level said that people felt uncomfortable by letting the games go everywhere. I think it was in that article you were just reading. That we feel uncomfortable because we don't want our games to go. How is she gonna get this money back? To me, Sarah, honestly, despite the hardware not doing a good job, she was actually doing a good job. And when you look at the revenue, they were making money on software and content. So to me, I think because we made the jokes, we laughed at Xbox compared to PlayStation and Nintendo. But when you really look at it on its own, they were actually doing good. And again, the revenue kept going up and up and up outside of 2023, where they saw actual 1 point something decline, you know. But anyways, I said all that to say, I hate the fact that Sarah is being scapegoated into wherever they're about to take Xbox. Because keep in mind, they did have a deal with AMD. They do still have that deal with AMD. And before she left, she was on that interview with all of them, of course, talking about the next most powerful hardware that you've ever seen them make. What is that going to be? Clearly, nobody's been buying their hardware. Hardware has been declining. So I don't know if they felt like, well, this is the writing on the wall. We need to get rid of them because they keep spending money on this hardware and they won't focus on software. So now we bring in Asha or what have you. You know, there's a lot of moving parts here. But my point is this: you cannot blame Sarah Bond for the decline of something that already started before she even got there. She just had to, like, again, what Nia said, go along with the plans. Even if she did happen to give some input on Xbox, this is an Xbox, is what they pinning her. This is an Xbox. Makes sense to me. You got to get this money from somewhere. Game Pass ain't cutting it. You got to get this money for somewhere. What was the one game on PlayStation that they put on? Oh, uh, Forza Horizon sold 5 million on PlayStation. Makes sense to me.
Dang.
It makes sense to me. Like yes, 5 million. That's better than that's better than Metroid Prime 4. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Sure.
But it makes
Shot.
sense to me that the game there. I don't know. I just don't like how one, like the brother said, this is a black woman in a tech field, and it just seems, I cannot say for sure, but it just seems they didn't want her to actually be successful in this field. And moving forward, whatever she do, this is going to be a stain on her reputation, right? Let's say she get back into the tech field and tries to do something. Well, ooh, we remember you at Xbox and how they were this, that, and the third. I just don't like it. She sat there with a smile on her face, knowing all of this fire and things was behind us, and trying to be strong like most black women are, and put on this face and be supportive. And now y'all just throwing her under the bus as if Xbox started dying yesterday, or because she came on the scene. No, Xbox has been dying comparative.
I
But
feel don't get no smoke for this.
how
Let
exactly
me
has
Like,
wait a minute. Let me get my moment.
no,
Let me
I
get
don't
my.
go into it. It's just a question. I'm not
I'm
going to
finna.
rant
I
or say
think I'm
anything
finna
about it.
answer.
no?
I'm finna answer
Y'all
you.
can give Field the smoke.
I'm
I just
about to
wanted to
answer
say
your
that. I
question.
wanted to say
I mean,
that.
but they're not.
I
Everything I've
know.
seen is Sarah, 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 Sarah,
Right,
Sarah, Sarah,
and that
Sarah,
should
Sarah.
give you pause. Now let's ask
Pause.
some questions here. Who was the CEO?
Philium.
So Phil, so Mr. Field, Mr. Gamer, he's had oversight this whole time, right?
Yep.
Who was over Phil?
Satya,
Satya, Nadala, or Nadella, or something like that. What
something
what's
like
his
that.
what's his pool? What's his rank?
Is he the CEO of Microsoft?
Okay, so the CEO of Xbox and the person sitting at the head seat of Microsoft is letting the president make all these decisions after acquiring and spending close to $100 million to acquire Bethesda and
100
Activision.
billion. Sorry.
$100 billion. Let me correct that. Thank you, K-Bump.
Um,
$100 billion, because not only do you have to acquire them, you have to acclimate them to your business. So that was money that went into that too. Just bringing them under Microsoft and then acclimating them to how Microsoft's function, training them how they roll and how they want things done. So that probably took a little bit more than what it cost to just acquire the development studio. So they got Bethesda. They got Activision Blizzard. That was about 70 to 80 billion right there. And then probably spend a little bit more money, transition everything over and getting how things running in their system and their culture and their ecosystem and how they operate. And also what is not being talked about in this is Microsoft is also in an AI boom. They're doing a lot of purchasing and acquiring in that field as well. So you telling me that it was Sarah Bonds, president, who had so much leeway, so much power, that Phil Spencer, CEO, and Satya, CEO of Microsoft, just let her do what she want to do, but we saw Phil Spencer pushing it more than her. We never seen her by herself. It was Phil Spencer that told us that they're going to start putting games on other platforms.
only four.
First it was only 4, but we all knew what the writing was. So what did I tell you, Keith, when I saw when what did I say in the chat? I said, man, this is the beginning stages. This girl Asha is only coming in to pull Microsoft Xbox division to the dock so that they can remove this ship from the water.
But my question to you is, what are they going to do with that AMD partnership that they developed? What is that about?
They can I don't
Go
know.
ahead.
I don't know what that's about.
They're still going to release a console because they have a contract.
They have a contract.
They're
Right.
going to release a console in the next couple of years. That's going to happen. But there is a plan. Sorry, I'm jumping on your time. I think there's a plan set in place to sunset hardware.
That's where I'm going. Before this article came up and before this, Seamus Blackley, former CEO of Xbox, former creator of Xbox, came out and said this. I said to Keith, I said, man, I've seen this before at jobs I've been on, and how they bring a person in
Yep.
and their only job is to dismantle and bring things to an end. People start leaving. Their job is to sunset or bring things to a closure, and they have no
Yep.
ties to it. So, they don't have no
They have no feelings on gaming
no
because they're
feelings
not a
about it.
gamer.
Right. I said that's what this girl is here. As soon as I said that, a day later, this came out. Xbox is being sunset. Seamus Blackley, one of the creators of Xbox, thinks recent shakeup spells the end for Microsoft gaming business. They don't say that, but that's what's happening. Amid the official statements and many tweets that followed one of the biggest shakeups ever at Xbox, one of its creators believed Microsoft's true plan is to bring its gaming business to an end. I literally said this to Keith literally moments after all those announcements were made. I said, man, they finna bring this to an end. This girl is only here to bring the ship to the dock so they can move this ship out the harbor. That's all she doing.
It's too many questions for that. I like what Kayvon said about the hardware to an end. I don't see gaming just yet. They got too many pieces.
I'm saying hardware. When I say gaming, I said it's going. I also said, Keith, that they.
Well, you were just reading. You were just reading.
Yeah, but I'm saying they bringing Xbox to an end. Microsoft gaming will still be a thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay,
Xbox is done. Xbox is done. Microsoft gaming is the future. It's not going to look like Xbox. That's why they got this girl here. She has no ties to Xbox. She's been in the company for a little while. She is an AI girl. Sarah Buns probably looking at the writing on the wall. They don't want her to lead. She's been a part of, as successful as Sarah Buns has been, Sarah Buns has been a part of a season of unsettling decisions that has disrupted the faith in the base. They don't have trust in Xbox. I believe Phil Spencer got fired.
Oh, absolutely.
Phil Spencer got
absolutely.
fired.
He did not retire.
He didn't retire.
No. If Phil would have retired, he would have had a farewell tour before he got up out of there. There would have been a date that it would have been. People don't retire immediately.
Enough. He not being celebrated enough.
He would have retired in February. He's a gamer. He would have picked a certain time to announce, "Hey guys, this is my last blah 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 that I'm going to be. So you guys get ready for the next." No. Phil's a gamer. He would have gracefully moved it out. This was a firing. They gave him the obligation to retire to save face.
That's what I was.
He was fired.
What did I say, Keith? I said in the chat, I said, man, they fired Phil. Phil didn't get
fired him.
He didn't get, he's not retiring. Phil got fired, but they know Phil is the face. I think they fired. This is what I believe. This is my theory. They fired Phil, and they wanted Sarah Buns to stay on to mask what was going on, and she wouldn't play ball. They want Sarah to be a part of this sunsetting And like I told you, Keith, I said what I believe is they want Sarah to play a part of the sunset. And Sarah already like, look, I've already been stung with a lot of bad decisions that we have made, literally that has brought us to this stage. All these decisions we made with Game Pass, with putting day one releases on Game Pass. Now we put our games on other systems. I've been there. I have smiled as Phil Spencer and Booty and the rest talked, and I didn't do nothing but smile and say one or two things, and I sat there and I played ball. Now y'all want to give me the ball when y'all know y'all about to close the doors on Xbox, and that's going to be on my watch. I don't want nothing to do with that. I'm out. That's what I believe happened. I'm out. Sayonara. We also know that Sarah Buns already showed us signs that she was getting up out of here with Tyson Chicken or Tyson Meats or whatever. She got on their board. We talked about that here. Sarah Buns like, nah, y'all, I'm good. No, I'm not going to be here to bring the ship to the harbor, and then y'all put all this on me and it's on my watch that this system failed or this division failed. I'm out. She left them hanging. That's why they didn't thank her. That's why they haven't praised her, and now they dumping everything on her. They needed somebody. So Phil got fired, in my opinion, and Phil was asked to stay on to make this transition seem I think Phil got fired. I think Sarah quit.
Yeah. No. You said was asked to stay on.
No, I'm saying
but you said Phil.
Yeah, they wanted Sarah to stay on. She wouldn't. So they what did Phil just do on Monday? Phil literally embraced Asha, shook her hand on stage. They praised Phil. They gave him the option to retire. This is my theory. I'm not saying this fact. They gave him the option to match his firing with a retiring. So basically, brother, you out. You can retire or we can fire you. Which one you want to do? Okay, I'm retired. All right, you out as of immediately. We transitioned power onto Asha, and he was there to do that because Sarah quit. And then they created this whole campaign. Everybody happy she gone. Woota woota blah. I'm like, oh, so because she won't play ball with y'all. Because it would have been an easy transition had Sarah stayed. They can keep selling these wolf tickets. They can keep selling you these lies that we believe in the Xbox brand, and we're about to turn back to. They not turning back to Xbox.
No.
They not going back to Xbox. They already putting their games on PlayStation and the Switch and PC. They not going. If y'all think Microsoft is finna pull all that back after making all that money to y'all, they trying to hold the fort. They trying to mask this. They trying to keep the dam from breaking. They trying to slowly let the water out the dam. They don't want the dam to just collapse. Sarah collapsed it. She let you know something up, and they mad. Now they attacking her because she left them hanging. That's my theory.
She was not fired. Sarah, you correct. Sarah was not fired.
She
was not a part of the firing. The only person that was getting fired was Phil.
Because
yes, I believe the only part that I don't know exactly, not exactly, but I don't have a great feeling on which one is right. You bring up a pretty good argument that she wouldn't play ball. I don't know if it was the play that she wouldn't play ball, or it was just the fact that they wanted somebody else to be the face, and that's the only piece that I'm like, yeah, I see, it. I can see it. I can see both ways.
I'm trying to find. I got another article over here where it talks about. Somebody brought. I shared it with y'all. Let me go back to the chat. Go ahead, Cook. K-Bun. I'll find it. I'll find what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I was just to the point of yeah. I mean, you can tell by the slandering that's coming out, right? That something is awry, and I think Level put a good point on that because they are slandering her, and there's nothing good coming out of these conversations, and you don't see any blowback from Phil. Phil just get a hey, great job, you're the man, Phil. When Xbox wasn't the man, it was struggling. Phil lied to us several times, and Phil went on the studio and said we can't compete. He went out there and said that Phil Phil went out there and said on a podcast, we can't compete. But
Right.
all the blowback goes to Sarah. Like
Right.
I can't. It's very difficult for me to say yes, I agree with this charge.
Dude, what happened? Okay, I'm finna read this, but what about Don Matrick? What about his stint as president?
He got his booty got promoted. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. See, yeah. So when he made the bonehead decision to talk about if you can't afford an Xbox One, get an Xbox 360. What about Connect? What happened about that whole generation that they jacked up with $4.99 and PlayStation came and snatched the rug away from under them?
What's that? The region lock thing, not region lock. The
DRM.
DRM.
Yeah, DRM. Yeah, that debacle.
DRM.
Yeah. Now let me read this, and I had this thought, but I think this echoes some of what I was saying. This is from Green Zone Bits. It says Sarah Bunn's LinkedIn repost below with thought 5 hours ago. I don't know if he meant we thought or with thought. Sheds light that I do not believe she was planning to resign. And this, I agree with it. I don't think this was planned. I think this caught Xbox off guard, or that she was fired. I think she applied for the CEO of Microsoft Gaming position, Phil Spencer's role, and she was passed over for Asha. I don't know if I know how to say the girl last name. Sharma. Okay, Sharma. Which Sarah then resigned. She was literally being like trained to assume this role when Phil left. So this is what I believe. I believe she was told that she wasn't going to be the CEO. I believe they're bringing in this Asha to sunset Xbox, but they wanted Sarah to stay on in the role she was in and make it seem like this is all normal and Phil was retiring because Phil got fired.
Hey, I want to say something to this though. I can see both sides. So I like what you were saying a few minutes ago. I'm not mad at that because what you just said would shed light onto why they are slandering her.
That's why they're attacking her, because they mad.
But and I'm not mad at what this person is saying here. However, I don't think that they would want, and this is why I think that they would probably pass her over. They don't want another Phil Spencer, if that makes sense. Like, we're training you to be like Phil Spencer. Like, no, we don't want that though.
They're going in a different direction.
They're going in a different direction.
Right. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't want to Phil, and they don't want Sarah because Sarah represents what was, and they are trying to close Xbox down, sunset it, close it out, rebrand it. Keith K. Bum, we literally said it's not going to be called Xbox for long. We literally said this 2 years ago. On this podcast, we said, I think they're going to mess around and it's going to end up being something like Microsoft Gaming. And the Xbox going to be gone. Because you don't spend that much money. You don't spend $100 billion on a dying division like Xbox, and they literally just blamed Xbox for all their problems.
I mean, rightfully so.
Yeah, but they also having problems. Well, they blaming the Xbox division, but Microsoft is also having problems with Windows and these laptops. A different one. I sent y'all that article where Lenovo is not putting Windows on their laptops anymore. I think it's going with what's the other one? What's the other option to Windows?
Man, if you didn't say that, crap.
Linux,
yeah.
Yeah, Linux. They going with Linux. They not putting Windows, like they didn't keep the contract because of the AI and all the different things and they end up customers getting mad because they can't get into their computers. They being locked out, not because of the laptop, but because of all of Windows AI and security systems and all this stuff. They can't get past it. They get locked out their stuff. They take it back. They got to front all that bill to reshelve that, to clean it off and reburst. And Microsoft doesn't pay for none of that. and it was their software that did it. So Lenovo is not putting Windows on their computers no more. They're going with Linux, and they're saying that a lot more others are considering doing the same thing because of the strain and the resource strain that Windows is, especially with Windows 11. So there's a lot of issues taking place with Microsoft right now, but they putting it all on Xbox division, which, like you said, K-Bump, rightly so. But if I'm Sarah, y'all fired Phil. y'all about to go in a whole different direction, which finna about to upset more people. And y'all gonna put my face on that because Asha can't stand up there with me. She don't know nothing about gaming. So that's all me. So I don't have Phil. I don't have Booty to stand up there and now y'all gonna make me the face of all these decisions. I was never the CEO. I was never what's his name? The CEO of Microsoft. Y'all are not just y'all sanctioning this stuff. Y'all are overseeing this stuff. So anything that I do, y'all had to agree with it. If I did it, I don't think she did none of this stuff. She went like Keith Nia said. She just went along, played her part, smiled, talked, did the selling points, and probably behind the scenes helped ink deals like they did give her credit for. I helped ink Bethesda. I helped ink Activision. But it was Phil talking about a lot of these things before, like Keith said, before Sarah even got hired. We was hearing some of these things. So they fired Phil because Phil is responsible for where Xbox is more so than Sarah. They fired Phil. They fired Phil. That's what they did. They fired him, said, man, you done. We had you here, but you so beloved, and we're going to do you this solid because it'll look good on both our parts for you to retire. It would behoove you, Phil, to retire. We give you a severance package, make this transition easy. Sarah, you going to stay in your position. We bringing in Asha, who's of AI. Sarah's like, I'm out this piece. Deuces, chuck the deuce, I'm out. And that's why they dumping on her and blame her because she didn't give them the luxury of utilizing her like they want to. She got out. Now they trying to soil her name, and you can tell by the stuff that they running with. That's why I'm glad this black author of this write-up pointed out some of these things because these are some stereotypical tropes. She difficult to work with. Like, y'all playing all the black cards.
Every time they say that, I think about Monique.
Yeah.
She's difficult to work with. Oh, okay. When you hear that, that's a sign that they lying.
Yeah. Out of the blue, out of nowhere, all of a sudden you get these anonymous tips of how happy. No, y'all mad. This is mad. Y'all upset. Especially if you're not going to blame Phil for nothing. The CEO for the last 15, how many, 10 years? Y'all not gonna give him any slack,
no smoke.
Man, come on, y'all. But anyway.
Also, when you say a black woman is hard to work with, you actually hurt her potential to do anything else. So it's definitely backlash or what they say, blackballing or whatever. They definitely trying to run her over with the bus and bag up and run her over.
Yeah, they
again.
are.
She already secured her another situation, and even actually, should I pull this up? Let me see. I think who is this? Is this Essence? They wrote an article on her. I pull this up. People, I think this is what I think, Keith K. Bum.
Oh,
I think people know what's up with this situation, and I think this is going to hurt Microsoft even more for trying to play this card. Look what it says. I think, who is this? Is this Essence? I think this is Essence. Yeah, this is Essence. It says, Sarah Buns, Xbox first black woman president, steps down after nearly a decade. After helping lead Xbox through major growth and a $68.7 billion acquisition, the longtime Microsoft executive is moving into her next chapter. Sarah Buns, who was the first black woman to be president at Xbox, is stepping down from her executive role at Xbox.
Pause.
Yes.
I want to say she's the one and only president of Xbox. There was not a president before her.
So they created that role for her.
They created that role for her.
so that Phil Spencer can move into the CEO position and keep his position.
There you
At
go.
Xbox, Bond served as president for nearly 2.5. Look, listen, y'all, for only 2.5 years.
How's she getting all the smoke for 2.5 years?
You brother, you tell me. Throughout her time at the company, she led teams through unprecedented times, from the pandemic to technological transformation. Particularly, this included charting strategic directions and operational execution for the Microsoft's own gaming platform. A big part of Bond's strategy was evolving Xbox past the traditional gaming platform. She also oversaw cross-functional teams across engineering, production development, marketing, and more, according to her LinkedIn. I am incredibly proud of what we've built together over the past 8 years plus. PC and cloud gaming are growing faster than ever. Our next council is well underway, and together we've helped lay the foundation for more open gaming platforms that spans devices and reaches players all around the world. Players around the world. Bond said in her February 20 LinkedIn announcement post during her time at the company. She also helped finalize Microsoft's $68.7 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. And Sarah praised them in her exit. She praised everybody, but I noticed they didn't praise her. I don't even know if Phil said anything to Sarah. I think he might did, but nobody else did. So yeah, folks, y'all saw what y'all call a absolute scapegoat fall person being blamed for something because they screwed up. They fired Phil. She quit and she wouldn't play ball. That's what I think. She's not playing ball. Y'all got it. Bring on Asher. Y'all do what y'all do. Y'all not doing that under my name and and I'm not gonna be associated with it. And now they trying to tarnish her name and her reputation. But I don't think people buying it. I really don't. I don't think nobody buying it. Any other thing? I told you we could be on this for a minute.
Let me read this last paragraph of that article. Well,
Yeah.
close to last. It says, Bond's departure marks another shakeup at Xbox. The Harvard Business School graduate was with the company nearly 9 years, working her way up from the corporate vice president to president, period. You can tell a black woman wrote this. Many expected her to succeed Phil Spencer, the longtime CEO of Xbox and Microsoft Gaming, but internally, according to the reporting by The Verge, some employees thought it was inevitable she would be looked over. Instead, Spencer fired from Xbox at the same time as Bond's resignation announcement after he spent 38 years at the company. Now, Asha Sharma, senior Microsoft AI executive, is taking the helm of CEO. Let's see. Bond, who champions a brilliant resume, which includes her Yale undergraduate and her Harvard Business School degree. In addition to roles at McKinsey, T-Mobile, and more, will stay on at Xbox as a special advisor to ensure Sharma's smooth transition. I don't even believe that. As I prepare to sign off, I've been reflecting on 3 simple questions I've tried to use to guide my days. Did I bring my best? Did I help someone else succeed? Did I do my best work? I hope the answer has been yes for many of you. Bond Penn closing her farewell post. That don't sound like somebody who was difficult to work with, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. I don't buy none of what Xbox and Microsoft is trying to cook up. I think they got exposed. I think they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar, and I think she got out when she needed to. I'm glad she got out. Shouts out to Bond. Like K-Bum said, there's no way that a person been with you for 36 years and you don't pin nothing on them. No way Phil can escape without being blamed for some of this stuff.
And in the CEO position on top of that.
Right. Yeah, ain't no way.
38 years and you leave like that?
Yeah, you don't blame
Nothing?
the deacon for the downfall of the church and you got the pastor and not blame, and the pastor didn't do nothing. Like, what y'all talking about? The deacon can get, you can let the deacon go. They let Phil go. Phil leaving out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And y'all can't tell me Phil we had any inkling that Phil was about to retire.
Nah.
Phil got fired, y'all. Phil got fired.
I think you better let him go.
Yeah, and Sarah Bum's like, I'm out this piece. Y'all are not. No, heck no. Y'all derailed this ship. Now y'all want to give it to me and make another person CEO? Pay me to do the work that she can't do? Y'all gonna, okay, if you want me to run Xbox, give me Phil money. I drive it right to shore. I bring it in the shore. But you're going to pay me. You're not going to give somebody else the CEO title and keep me in the same position, but I'm actually running stuff because this girl don't know nothing about gaming. Don't know nothing about that division. If she stand on as an advisor, that means she got to be coached on how to lead. She said, I'm out this piece. Let her lead. She got it. And that's what I hear Sarah Bunn like. She got it. Y'all chose her. Let her lead. I'm out. Deuces. I stay on as advisor. Call me. I tell you you're doing a good job and keep up the good work. Like Bernie Mac said. But anyway, that's what I believe is going on. Shouts out to Alex Steed. Shouts out to Andy Vigilante. Says anyone excited for tomorrow? That's a great transition. Thank you, Angry Vigilante. So as you know, tomorrow is the day that Resident Evil Requiem hits the shelves. But as you know, the reviews have gone up. And K-Bomb Keith, who wanna go here first? The reviews are looking good. Let me go. Let me see if Keith. Then you put those reviews in the chat, Keith.
Yeah, that was early reviews of Metacritic.
Yeah, let me go back up. So,
hey man, for all y'all mathematicians out there, listen. Y'all gotta look at how many people reviewing. Y'all gotta quit posting on Twitter with these scores talking about, oh look, the Xbox version is the best, bro. 12 people reviewed the game. Stop it.
Man, let them have they.
Stop
Let them
it.
have they trying to have a
It
win.
don't make sense.
They need a win somewhere, bro. They need something.
It's
to
the
feel good
same
about.
game. It's the same game. Celebrate being able to play the game, because y'all math ain't mathing. But anyways, you was gonna say something?
No, I think this is it. So this was what you sent earlier, but I know it's different now. So currently, the PlayStation, man, I don't think this even matters. It's all the same game. So how can you be rating the game differently? It's because, and I think it goes to back what you're saying, Keith. You have, I think PlayStation already had like 115 reviews. I think Switch only had 12, and Xbox only had 10, and PC only had like 15. So most of the reviews are for the PlayStation 5 version. So
Correct.
Hey, he talking about Pokemon. Who talking about Pokemon? Anyway, I don't know.
Angry? You talking about angry?
Oh, that crap that Nintendo need to be slapped for that.
Nobody ain't no. And I thought you were talking about Resident Evil. No, I ain't done no Pokemon. So anyway, it's out. Many different versions. I'm trying to see if I can find. So what y'all thinking, man? Keith, I'm gonna bring you in on this, Keith. I'd bring you in then because I know K-Bum ain't really.
I don't think he like that Resident.
No, he ain't a Resident Evil fan. So, not that he can't talk about it. I'm just saying I'll bring you in first. So, man, what's your thoughts, bro? It seemed like the sentiments across the board is this is a solid game.
Yeah, man, this game is being universally praised across the board on every platform with their differences. And I'm here for it. To me, Resident Evil rarely misses. I think people say 6 was a bad one. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't play 6. And I don't know why I didn't play 6, but apparently I didn't miss nothing. But I'm excited. I'm excited to finally get this game and finally stop talking about it. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm ready to play it now. You know what I mean? You like, my gosh, I'm tired of y'all bringing it up every freaking uh, showcase and stuff. Like, it's time for me to play it now, and it's finally here. I'm glad the reviews are very favorable of this game. Um, like I said, I don't think Resident Evil really misses, but I can't wait to see where the story goes. I can't wait to see where Leon fits in this story. And the new girl, what is her name? Can't
Grace.
think of her name.
Grace.
Grace, that's right. I can't wait to see where she fits into the story. But yeah, man, and I'm ready to see the visuals. I'm ready to see how it looks on my TV versus seeing it through YouTube. I'm ready to play the game. I'm probably gonna play the whole game in first person. That's just how I roll.
Ugh.
So yeah,
Ugh. First, ugh. No.
absolutely,
No.
absolutely. But yeah, I can't wait to. I cannot wait. As soon as I get off from work, I'm going right over to Best Buy to pick up my bundle because I bought that bundle with all three games. I
They
probably won't
won't
even play the other two games.
they won't let me order it here. I can't pre-order it.
I think it's been sold out, brother.
Even both physical versions.
I don't know about the other one, but I know that bundle
I tried
has
to
been
order.
sold out.
I tried to order the. I tried to pre-order the bundle and just the regular version. Cause I don't think I'm going to even go back and play 7 and 8. But I was like $20. Why not? But I couldn't
That's
order
what I
neither one
said.
of them. You
But
know.
yeah, I think it's a no brainer. Like if you can get the spend the extra $20, might as well get it. So
Yeah, I'm happy with what I'm hearing. Of course, for me, I was like, am I going to get it on the PlayStation 5 or am I getting it on the Switch 2? And that what was going to be the determining factor was, how it ran, how it held up on the Switch 2. You know, as much as I love my Switch 2, I'm not trying to spend money that I'm not going to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? And this was one of them games I'm like, I got to see it first before I'm like, is this good enough on the Switch 2 for me to feel like I'm not missing anything? And I think for me, it is. I think that's one thing I was pleasantly shocked with how well the Switch 2 version held up. Looking at it going between the PlayStation 5 or no, not PlayStation 5, but PC and the Switch 2 was really impressive. Watching Digital Foundry kind of talk about the PlayStation 5 version and Xbox Series S and X version, and then coming back and talking about the Switch 2 version, I feel like I'm okay with going with the Switch 2 version, and cause I mean I think I'm gonna be okay. I was thinking, am I gonna double dip on this? I don't think I am. I think this version on Switch 2 is good enough to where I don't feel like I'm missing much not playing it on the PlayStation 5. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can order it, see if it's still saying that. Cause I was gonna go buy it even though I'm probably not gonna play it. Probably for until I beat either Final Fantasy Intergrade or Shadows. I'm probably not gonna play it until then. But yeah,
I actually do. Go ahead.
it keeps saying coming soon, man.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I actually do plan on double dipping. Um, Typically I do double dip on the Resident Evil games, and I think one of the reasons I want to double dip because I do eventually want to play it on my PC, just to play it there. Not because I think the Switch would be bad, but just if I have
Yeah.
an opportunity to play it at a higher fidelity and resolution and stuff like that, I want to experience that too. But I am such a fan. Some games I'm not that big of a fan of. So for me, it don't make sense to double dip. But for this, I probably most likely will. But I think from what we've been seeing, it mostly runs at a 60 frames a second. I think there's like a few areas that it really dips down to like 30, and I think Digital Foundry talked about that. But if the main mode, the main game runs at 60 for the most part, I'm happy with that. The visual differences are not that great, other than the ray tracing. No, what is it? Path tracing. It's not. I'm only looking at it through YouTube. It's not that big of a deal right now because the only thing that really matters for me is being able to play the game, learning the story, and I've heard some excerpts from people who did review it, like Greg Miller. He was playing it, and his wife was watching him play it, and she was like, "Oh my God, the fabric on the jacket! This is the Switch." He played the Switch 2 edition, the Switch 2 version rather, and she was like, "Oh my God, the jacket, the visuals just look crazy." That's a 1080p game, internally 540. We know this. That's a
Was he
1080p
playing
game looking like
handheld or
that.
was he playing docked?
I want to say in this particular moment he was playing dock.
And if
Typically
it's
he
docked,
plays
it was
handheld.
four. It was is over. It's over 1080p. It's 4K. It's like I think it's
Is it?
1440p. Yeah, it's 1080p handheld. It's 4K upscaled to 4K docked.
I didn't know that. I thought it was 1080p on the Western end too. So no,
Like it literally
that's even
showed.
better.
Yeah, it literally showed it at the beginning of this video from IGN. They broke down the resolution,
Oh
so it's
gosh, not
1080p.
IGN.
Yeah, I skipped over that part. They spoiled something. I was mad. But I just playing this because you get to see both the PC and Switch 2 version. All right. But yeah, man, yes, this is YouTube, so we really can't tell how big of a difference is. But from everyone that's talked about it and played it, it's there. It's right there. So I feel like I'm a good. I don't think I'm gonna need to double dip on this. K-Bum, I know you're not a Resident Evil guy, and I'm not gonna even say I am for real. I played Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5. I played the remake on a GameCube of Resident Evil, the original, and I played the demo of Resident Evil, the remake. I don't know if it was 1 or 2. Were you in the police station? I don't know if that's 2. And they did a remake, the first remake, where they put the new graphics on and everything like that. I played the demo of that. So I'm not gonna sit up here and scream that I'm some huge Resident Evil fan, but I love Resident Evil 4 remake and I love Resident Evil 4, the original on the GameCube. And I Resident Evil 5 was okay. I don't really know what they was trying to do with that one, but I did beat it. So I'm dang okay, Jesus Lord, this game is violent. God, you just bit the nose off the dude. Okay, let's go back to Sarah Bun. Anyway, K-Bun, what's your thoughts, man? I know you're not a fan of this, but I still want to give you your opportunity to shed your light, your thoughts on it.
I really have not had a chance to take a look at some of the reviews, some of the videos that's out there about the graphics, or read up on any of the reviews. I have seen a tidbit of information. I've seen that the graphics for the Switch 2 version is on par, if not. Uh, well, I would just say it's on par with the
Series
other
X?
consoles, the next gen consoles, and
Oh, okay.
you don't feel left out. You don't feel there's not much that's being left on the table. You don't feel like there's a big difference between the two. And it's which has been the story for the Switch 2. I don't know why people are surprised by this, but it's been the story for the Switch 2. That even for these next gen games, we've seen it with Outlaws, we've seen it with Assassin's Creed, we've seen it with other games that Final Fantasy that yes, there's a difference. Let's not get it twisted and saying this is 1-to-1. It's not 1-to-1, and why would it? But that experience isn't like the previous console, right? You definitely felt something was missing when playing on the Switch. Any
The
of those games.
Vaseline.
The Witcher 3 was definitely not even close to The Witcher 3. Mortal Kombat was running on cereal and milk. And these games were being forced to work. right? They were being. Uh, it was hard work to get these games to work on this previous system, but with the Switch 2, you don't have that. You've heard story after story of development teams saying, "Yeah, we got to run in a week, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days.
Yeah,
We're just now
should
optimizing it."
I should pull that up.
Right.
But go ahead. You're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so I don't understand why there's reservation when it comes, especially that we've seen some of these next gen only games run on the Switch and run well. I don't see why there's reservation there, uh, but this is another notch in the belt for Switch Two as far as uh, what it's doing compared to the competition. And like I said, it's not one to one, and nor should you expect it to be one to one. We expect similar. There we go. Similar experiences, just like no one expects the Xbox Series S to be one to one to the Xbox Series X. Right, there is a difference there, but that difference doesn't detach you from the experience, and that's what you're seeing with the Switch. And so, uh, I'm excited about it. I also find it funny when I see Nintendo gamers fighting for uh, graphics. I find that absolutely hilarious had been told for years that graphics don't matter, and now they are fighting for it. I laugh
Man, there's a
internally.
there's a
That
difference between saying graphics don't
Mhm,
matter and
mhm,
graphics, and I think people were saying graphics is not the end game. That's what I think people saying.
mhm,
I think
mhm,
I
mhm.
think you overstating
Mm,
that. But go ahead. I'll
mm,
let you. What's up, Matt
I don't
Jazz,
agree, but
man?
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. I don't think that
It's
says it
fine.
doesn't matter. I don't think anybody's saying that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I hear you.
The phrase
I
verbatim was always graphics doesn't matter
Who
plenty
said
of
that?
conversations.
during the
Me?
Wii U era. No,
Oh,
no,
I
no,
was
no,
gonna
no, no,
say. Oh,
no,
okay.
no.
No, my don't forget my first ever entry into YouTube was the video graphics, gameplay and graphics, and so yeah, I've been at this argument for a while now, but like I said, I just find it interesting that they are pixel counting now, which, like I said, the Switch 2 is a great system. I purchased it for that reason, for that very reason, because I thought it was powerful enough. But anyway, back to Resident Evil 19, whatever it's called. Um, yeah, I'm excited for this engine, and this is going to be the engine that's going to be used for future titles on the Switch 2. It seems to be working. DLSS is doing its job as well with the upscaling. Definitely seen a couple of articles that haven't got a chance to read them on how that is improving the experience on the Switch. And overall, it's a win for Switch. Is a win for gamers. I don't see the issue here. And the reviews I've seen is high 80s, 90s. My understanding for this game, which I think it's kind of high for a Resident Evil game, but there are people that like that.
What?
There are people that like that.
What? Resident Evil 4
There are
remake?
four, yes, Resident Evil 4. What about the rest of them?
Village
So
had a high rating. Thank you.
hmm
it says
hmm
the game performance on Switch 2 has been praised for its smooth operation and visual qualities,
Smooth operator.
despite the council's limitations. Capcom's director Kashi Nakinishi, Nakinishi, is that how you said it? Nakinishi? I don't know.
I think
Anyway,
you better let it go.
yeah. You say it. Go ahead and say it. You pretty good at.
I'm not even looking at it. I'm looking
All
at
right.
something else.
Expressed initial skepticism. So this okay. This is what he's saying. He expressed initial skepticism, but was pleasantly surprised by the game's execution on the Switch 2, leading to the decision to port the game as is. As is, meaning every version you see, the Switch 2 is the same version. It's just optimized to run good on the Switch 2. So it's not a different version of the game. It's as is. So everything that's running in those games running here, minus a few things. I think there's a little ray tracing, if I'm not mistaken. I think there may be a little ray tracing, but not a lot. Um, the game targets 60 frames per second across all platforms, including the Switch 2, ensuring a consistent frame rate throughout the gameplay. Now we know that the frame rate on the Switch 2 is not consistent, but neither is on the PlayStation 5, but nowhere near as inconsistent as the Switch 2. The overall experience remains impressive, making the Switch 2 a viable option for Resident Evil fans. That deserves some claps. So, any final words on this, Keith?
Go buy Resident Evil 9, play it, celebrate that a game of legacy is still hitting high marks. Praise Capcom for the engine. We just had the Pragmata demo, which is running on the same engine. And any other future titles that they're going to bring to it, as K1 was alluding to, they are doing some wizardry over there, and I think they deserve to be praised. Listen, I'm not going to tell you where to play it. Play it wherever you want to play it. But just keep in mind the Xbox Series S is the worst version.
Keith, you dirty, man. But this, I'm not gonna lie though, man. This is kind of shocking. This is the PlayStation 5 Pro, and I know this is YouTube, but both are being compressed. So even though you're not seeing PlayStation 5 at its full glory, you also not seeing the Switch 2 at its full glory either. And outside of the hair and some shadows, bro, it's not that different. It's not that different, man. I don't think nobody was suspecting this, but anyway, I'm happy for it. I hopefully I'm able to secure it next week. Matt Jazz says, "Welcome to the show. I guess you can say reality bit." He said, "I guess you can say reality bit the naysayers of the Switch to Resident Evil by the nose." he took that clip that woman put that dude. Welcome to the show, Dark Star. Good video, man. Actually, I want to take on that thought. Is the Switch 2 born? That's the next. Is the Switch 2 born? There is a swelling, growing minority that's saying the Switch 2 has been boring. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find Dark Star this video. Yeah, is the Switch 2 born, man? Then we go to what Keith was
While he getting that, let's read what Nia said. She said, calling consoles that have been out for 5 years next gen is still is insane. Yeah, we got to start calling this stuff next gen.
Who said next gen? I didn't. Did I say it or K-Bone said next
gen? I did.
I think
K-Bone
said it.
I did. I said it. It was me.
Stop calling next gen, K-Bone. It's current gen, bro. Current gen.
Next gen.
But real quick, Keith. Do you feel that the Switch 2 is born right now? There's no game.
No, because I'm not looking for the next Mario. I am looking for the next Zelda, but I'm not like we just talked about Resident Evil. We just talked about Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy VII. You're playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, which came out the same year. It didn't come out a year later on the Switch 2. It came out the same year, just months later, but the same year. I just finished Metroid Prime 4. Like, I'm good. I'm eating over here. I don't understand this sentiment. Even with having a busy life, I'm good over here playing these games. So I don't think the Switch 2 is boring. If you're looking for certain games, I can't tell you how to feel. But the Xbox Series S, no, let me stop. I can't tell you how to feel about your gaming taste, but I will say this. If all you do is wait for AAA games, then gaming might be boring for you because AAA gaming is not it right now. It's not the end all be all. If you skipping over AA indie games and stuff like that, then yeah, it might be a little boring to you because they're not pumping out games like that. It's just not. It's not even feasible. It's not financially feasible to keep pumping out games like that. It takes time for those games to come out. So in the meantime, there's some indie developer that's been cooking. There's a AA game that doesn't have the same tech and all the other stuff that the other games have, but they are still worthy to be played. I mentioned the game Chromagun. I didn't get a chance to play Chromagun this past week, but Chromagun, if you like those Portal type games, like yo, that game is fire and it's fun. So no, I don't think
Kevin Brick Crunch said, Switch 2 ain't boring, they are.
basically he just summed up everything I'm saying. But yeah. But anyways, I'm not bored with my Switch 2. I'm excited about the things on the horizon in the games that's coming out. So
Yeah.
yeah.
K-Bum, let me play this from Dark Star. He made a video on this because I saw the sentiments. I saw several videos talking about it was boring, and he came with this.
Damn, guys, I gotta be honest. I gotta know, man. Is the Switch 2 boring? I mean, I just feel like there's nothing to play on this thing. I feel like there's nothing to play on this thing, guys. Is the Switch 2 boring? Damn, I don't know, bruh. Listen, that Wii U generation, that Switch generation, and now Switch 2. There's been a lot of console generation launches and first years that we've sat down and analyzed, picked apart, and I just think it's really funny. You know, we're finally here, just a few months out, really, from that first year one life cycle, and the Nintendo community, the Nintendo fans are just getting really upset. They're getting tired. They're restless. You know. They won't stand for this anymore, right? Releasing a console, dropping multiple first-party games, and absolutely showing out when it comes to third-party support to back that up as well. Consistency, quality, fan service. Sounds like a terrible first year to me. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping, right? But that's what I'm hearing from these guys. I don't know. I don't think I agree, but I do think it's pretty funny. Because what are we talking about, people? We have what seems to be possibly the best Resident Evil game to drop since 4 or since 2. And these guys talking about there ain't nothing to play. Oh my God, bro. I get it. You really bought a Nintendo system for nothing but Nintendo games. I'm so sorry, guys. I might have to be the first one to tell you that narrative might have to change. Sorry. I know historically.
I like that right there. A lot of these people just want Mario and Zelda. That if they get their Mario, they get their Zelda, they get their Smash Bros, they gonna be happy. They just mad because Nintendo hasn't had a Nintendo Direct, a General Direct, and because they can't say it ain't no games on this system. They definitely can't say that. Not with Hades 2. K-Bum, not with Hades 2. Not with Bonanza, not with Mario Kart World, not with Metroid Prime, not with Requiem coming, not all these. Man, come on, man. Anyway, let me let you cook a little bit more.
We've always said you only buy a Nintendo console to play Nintendo games, but I'm so sorry that just don't hold up no more. Just like the whole narrative that these Switch 2 games are gonna look and run like absolute garbage, right? Because they're on a Nintendo platform. It's taking a lot, but every time a game like RE9 or Pragmatic gets released and drops on the system, that narrative gets buried more and more. So will the narrative that you only buy a Nintendo system for Nintendo first-party games, because unfortunately, I know it's hard for some of y'all to hear, that's just not the case. Guys, if you're enjoying these videos, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe. We're trying to hit 3,000 subscribers here on the channel, and we're so close, but I would appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Now listen, I'm the last person to sit here and say don't air out or voice your grievances with Nintendo.
Thank you, Dark Star, because I love voicing my grievances with Nintendo.
Lord knows that's all I did during that damn Wii U generation. I still got the videos up on this channel.
Yeah. Keith, you remember the Wii U? Remember where we were? Do you remember where we were?
I remember the Wii U.
Do you? Came up, you remember where I was? Doing the Wii U. That's why you came on board. It was sad.
I was enjoying my PlayStation. I don't know what you was doing.
I was in depression, bro. Depressed. I realized I had to let go of this. I had to let go of this council loyalty That was it. I was like, that's it. I am not going through another generation of this disappointment. Anyway,
Channel
let's
from
let
over
him cook.
10 years ago with me verbalizing my disappointment with that console and the decisions that Nintendo was making. I couldn't see the vision at that point. That's fair enough to say. Most of us didn't. No one in the industry did. And a lot of people assumed that where Microsoft is right now with Xbox is where Nintendo was going to be.
I think that's enough. But you cooked with that one, bro. Is the Switch 2 boring, K-Bum? Are you bored with the Switch 2?
From a person who went about 2 months without picking up his Switch 2, I'm going to let you know that I am not bored with my Switch 2. Don't let them 2 months fool you. So here's my take. One, if you are a Nintendo gamer, you like Nintendo products, right? You, sir, you like Nintendo products, right? And you only play Nintendo games, and you know how Nintendo works. Therefore, how can you be bored of 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 the Switch 2 when you've already gotten several?
I'm finna bring them up.
I'll say it again. Several first party titles. No.
Yeah, let's look. Mario Kart World. We won't count Welcome Tour. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. Kirby's Air Riders. Metroid Prime 4. Pokemon Z and A. Super Mario Odyssey. No, that can't count those. So you got one. I'm not gonna count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first party games already in 6 months.
Okay.
7 months.
So, all right. So if you're a first party and you are used to droughts when it comes to first party games. Is that a correct statement or not?
Well, at least before
my
the
Nintendo
Switch.
friends?
At least before the Switch, we were.
You were used to droughts, right? You would have windows of time where there wasn't any Nintendo first party bangers dropping, right? So you're used to that. That's not brand new, and I wouldn't even call this a drought. The game has been out for since it's been out for 6 months. 6, 7 months, whatever it is. Not enough to even be, I think, to be called a drought. But let's say this. Let's say you are a gamer of taste. Of the third party type of taste. And so you want to play third party games on Nintendo systems. Well, this is the most you have ever eaten in a single serving in a console within the first 6, 7 months of that Nintendo console releasing. How you, sir, can then say from your lips and mouth that this is boring? Because you are getting some games day and date, Rec Room, the same time the other big boys are getting there, which was my biggest issue in the Switch days, is that you were not getting the games at the same time. You would get it 6 months, 3 months, 4 months later. You're getting the same day, sir. You, sir. How are you then now bored? Okay, this is getting weird again. Because K-Bomb is once again defending Nintendo. I'm going to go back to where I was before when the Switch 2 was revealed. And K-Bomb, was excited for the Switch 2, why there was so much hate, even from said Nintendo fans, about the Switch 2. I again repeat from a person who went 2 whole months without picking up his Switch 2 will tell you I am not bored with my Switch 2. I want to get Shinobi. Now that he made the updates, I still got to finish my Hades. I still have Civilization 7, which is the only place I can play that. And there are even some other titles like that Absalom, whatever that game you
Absalom.
bought.
Absalom.
Yeah, I'm like that looks
Temple
dope. That
farming
that is a
minigame.
Switch title for me.
That game is dope. That's a dope game.
And I don't like you're used to drought, so this isn't brand new. You were swinging for the fences in the Wii days, talking about how great it was, and Jesus, but now you're getting first party games, 4 within a year, the first year of the console, first 6 months of the console. You're getting third party games day and date. You're getting a third party game that just came out the year before instead of getting the remastered version of The Dark Knight. What, sir, is your problem? Play your system.
Bro, they don't
Play
have
your
a
Switch
problem.
games.
The problem is they don't have Mario 3D World and the Zelda. That's the problem.
Good Lord.
Keith,
Good Lord.
okay, Keith, am I lying?
You
What's the
Nintendo gamers
problem,
are
Keith?
trash.
They, brother, when
Yeah.
I said I came to realize I'm a little bit different. They won't, as soon as they see they Mario 3D World and they Zelda, everything else that's there is gonna be they're gonna finally notice it. They don't see nothing because they haven't got that 3D Mario game yet. They don't see nothing because the Zelda hasn't been announced yet. They don't see nothing because the Smash Bros hasn't been, and that's how they are. It's weird. It's goofy. It lacks awareness. Like I mean, since June, was there a stage in there that I was kind of like wanting something else? Yeah, there was. There was a stage earlier on after beating Donkey Kong Bonanza. I was looking for a different itch, but all that came literally by September, and then it just Metroid came, and then Star Wars Outlaws came, and then Assassin's Creed Shadows came, and then Final Fantasy. Yeah, you hear me saying a lot of third-party games, but brother, these are some freaking good games. Now, if you already played those games, then okay, I get it. You might be bored. But if you haven't played those games, you lying, because those are some good games. And go ahead. I mean, I haven't even got to Hades. A lot of the first-party games, I don't even want to buy half the first-party Nintendo games that got out right now, but, you know, that's me. But go ahead, Keith, if you got something else to add.
Man, I did. I can't even remember what I was about to say, but
I gotta get
Sorry if I went too long, brother. I apologize.
No, I started watching somebody fix their teeth.
What?
No, I don't know. But no, I think I love everything that y'all been saying, man. Like if you waiting on Mario, it'll come. Mario will be here. They got the movie coming out. Like I think it's and this is what I said before the Switch came out. And I was saying I don't think Mario Kart should have been the launch title. They should have launched it with something else. This is the opportunity for other games to eat. You know,
Yeah.
This is an opportunity for other games that you may not have thought that you wanted. Because when Mario's announced, when the next Zelda's announced, Smash Brothers announced, Nintendo fans know they run it out in droves. Like they already buying the Pokemon game for some odd reason. But Nintendo fans gonna run out in droves and get those games. Those games are already sold. It don't matter what they show you. You're already buying it. So you might as well look at some other stuff that you may not have thought that you like. And there's other Nintendo exclusives like Fire Emblem that's coming out this year. They talked about that Splatoon Raiders game. I don't know. We still don't know what that's about. There's so many other games that they make Like other than just the standard 3D Mario, the Zelda. Like I'm excited about the next Zelda too because I'm curious about the direction. But trust me when I say this, I'm not losing no sleep over it. I promise you, I'm not losing no sleep.
No.
I'm good. Man, I'm finna go pick up this Resident Evil tomorrow and have a blast. Well, probably have a blast Sunday because I'm gonna be really busy. But I'm finna be playing that game and enjoying myself. It's too many games out here to be upset. I don't know. Maybe they just upset for content. And also get off Twitter. If Twitter is causing you to say, no, I don't like that game because somebody else said they don't like that game, you need to look in the mirror, man. You really need to look in the mirror because this ain't for you. If somebody else can dictate how you like a game, this ain't for you.
Bro,
So nah,
it's
I am not bored.
it's so many games in the eShop. It's so many games to play. And I like I said, I know what this is. This is I don't have those key first, but because they keep going back to the first year of the Switch. Like the Switch 2 is not in Nintendo is not in that situation no more. Like they had to do what they did that first year of the Switch, and the only games that y'all really referring to is Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Mario Odyssey. But we didn't get another Mario. We got Mario Wonder. Uh,
No.
but
Okay, let me say something about that. We
yeah,
didn't get another Mario.
yeah,
Odyssey was it. Now I know, yes, Wonder was cool, but when I say Mario, when I think about Mario, I'm thinking about 3D Mario. I'm not thinking
yeah.
about side scrolling Mario. We still haven't got one. It's almost been 10 years. So I can understand why they are like, oh, we need another one, but that's just how Nintendo rolls. You're not gonna get them all the time. You never have gotten them all the time. I think the
Right.
one anomaly was Mario Galaxy 2. That was the one anomaly. But we typically only get one of those every generation. We just started, guys. Chill.
But
We
bro,
just started.
we got okay. I know everybody try to act like Mario Kart World. I don't know why. I don't. It's been weird. It's been. I think Nintendo charging $450 and $80 really just these folks are so upset. But I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't play Mario Kart World near as much as I played 8. Uh, I don't. It is not because it's a bad game. I'm playing other things. You know what I'm saying? I really am. And Donkey Kong Bonanza was awesome. That was an awesome game. You got that. Like you got Metro Prime 4. I know everybody don't play, but man, Metro Prime 4 still what is it? Ice Belt. Ice Belt is still in my head. Ice Belt was like there's
Yeah, it
games
was
out here,
fun.
people, and then you got all these third party games. I'm playing stuff. I just played Hades 2. I'm playing Absalom now. Like you
Wait, you
got
wait, you play
You got
Hades
Hades?
too?
You got
no, I
Hades?
just played Hades 2 on YouTube for them to see it. I got
Oh
Absalom.
man,
Oh.
I
Lord.
actually got Absalom. I plan on getting Hades 2 eventually. I plan on getting it. But dude, I got so many games. I can't even play all these games. I got so many Switch 2 games. It don't make any sense. You got Fast Fusion. You got Grid Legends. Like Darkstar said, y'all gonna have to open up y'all gonna have to play other things. Now, like I said, I don't know who the complaint is coming from. Are these strictly Nintendo fans who play Nintendo devices? Are these complaints coming from people who own a Switch 2 but own other devices, and the games that are coming right now they have already played, which that can't be true for everyone that I named because you haven't played Requiem. Are you saying you're not going to play that on the Switch 2? Okay, so you can't be bored. You playing games somewhere else. Like this is me. If it ain't nothing on the Switch 2 for a moment, if there's some on the PlayStation 5, I'm on the PlayStation 5. And then when something comes to the Switch 2, I turn my Switch 2 back on. I guess I'm not the gamer these people. I don't play games 24/7. I'm not I don't do this. I guess my mind don't turn like that. Like I play in my leisure, I play in my downtime. So I guess I'm not engaging gaming at the clip some of these people are. I guess I don't put the hours in like they do because I don't get it. I don't, especially at this stage. You can't be bored with the Switch. At least from my understanding of my process, I can't see anybody bored with the Switch 2. Do I got all the games I would like? Do I want to see Dust Bloods? Absolutely. Do I want to see what Nintendo got coming from a first party perspective? Yes, I do. I'm ready for a general direct. I was going to put in the chat like, I think Nintendo need to come with a general direct, but I know that's literally probably going to be next month. And then you're going to see what you want to see. And then all of a sudden you're going to see all these other games again. Because there's too many games out here to say the Switch 2 is born. I'm sorry. Final Fantasy VII Integrated. If you haven't played it, that's kind of fun. You got Lord, I'm finna praise this game. You got Dragon Quest 7, folks.
What?
So anyway,
You got reading tutorial the game?
Yes,
a lot of voice acting in the game. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Shoot, man. It's too much, man. It's too much out here to be saying that. You can go play Chronos. That was new. Day and date. Like, come on, y'all. You got James Bond about to come. You got Pragmata about to come. You got Resident Evil Requiem. Like, brother, y'all tripping. Y'all are tripping. This is not the time, in my opinion. This is not the time to be hating on the Switch, on the Nintendo. This is the wrong time. Like, y'all picked the wrong time to start hating. Strictly because them prices. I know, but look at the next affordable device. Look at the next affordable device.
$600.
Yeah, like, if you don't already have a PlayStation 5, are you going to get one? If you don't already have,
I'll be referring to portable. The next portable device is $600.
yeah, I know. I'm saying all of them. Everything. I think the PlayStation 5 is $550, so about $100 more. Which that's not a bad purchase. I'm not gonna sit up and hold you. If you get a PlayStation 5 over a Switch 2, I ain't mad at you on that. You definitely ain't getting an Xbox right now. I know you ain't getting the Rogue Ally. I know you're not getting the Legion Go. I know you're not getting the Xbox Legion Go. Like, y'all not getting that stuff. I hope you not. I know. I ain't gonna spend no $1,200 on a Xbox Rogue Ally, man. Please, I that's $450. Thank you. Where my Mario Kart digital download? Here you an extra $50. $500. Good. Give me my Pro controller. Shoot. Y'all tripping, man. Enjoy your games, like Keith said. And if
They still have PS5 bundles for $400.
yeah,
Not bad.
yeah, this PS4, PS4,
$399.
PS5.
So PS5 bundle for $399.
Yeah, man, they PS5 boy.
Hey. Some of y'all haven't even beat Astro Chain. Y'all got games to play. Let me stop.
Ooh, that's like a shot.
That wasn't that level. I know people who haven't beat that.
I ain't mad at you if you was aiming that at me, brother. I ain't touching the Switch, and I'm not playing it out on Switch 2. Unless they give it an upgrade. I was into it. It just, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened. I got to this one stage, I couldn't figure out where I needed to go. I got stuck, and I went to something else. I was pretty deep into that game. I think I was about halfway through it. It's a nice looking game though. The controls can be a little jarring at times. You got to admit that, Keith. The controls can get a little wonky.
You got to give it more time. Spend a little bit more time with it. It'll
I
come
did.
second.
I told you. I went through like, sir. I had all my power ups. I got all my little different characters. I think I got everyone. I got all of them. I got the.
And you still felt that way?
At times with certain bosses, yeah, man, it felt like I got disorientated. Like, brother, I can't. Okay, y'all, I can't shoot up at you and trying to control my dude to lasso you and like, brother. All right, man. I didn't come to think this hard. But no, it was a cool game though. What took me out of that game was the detective work, having to follow these steps. Go over here, read this, gather this data. Go over here, read. I think that's what took me out. Like, I'm done following these.
Reading.
Brother, look, when I tell you, Keith, sometimes as a minister, sometimes I don't feel like reading because I want to turn off. I want to turn my brain off. Talk to me. say some goodness in my ear. I don't want to read. I want to sit back and hear some voices talking. Keep me engaged. As soon as I get to see it, and he said, I'm asleep. That's why I don't want to read. I told you I couldn't stay up through Dragon Quest 7 demo at all. Every time another chat box came up, I was like, and go out, man, I was dozing. I'm like, brother, y'all got to talk to me. I can't. When I sit down to play games, I'm already tired. So if you gonna make me read, brother, I ain't gonna last. I'm be, Dad, are you up? My girls are coming there, pops, you up? You asleep, Daddy? Me and Mario Kart. I'm dead asleep. Running off, fell off the cliff 3-4 times. Like, no, baby, I'm not asleep. Yeah, I told a good fib. Yeah, I was asleep. I was snoring good. Cause no, man, I can't do it. But no, Absalom, man, is a dope game, K-Bun. You should get that one, bro. I think you should get that one. Okay, anything else? Did I miss anything? Keith, you had that one topic.
Man, we can probably.
Well, it was.
It.
I found it, but that's gonna be a bigger topic. When I found it, I was like, dang, I remember this topic. But kind of set it up, and then we can talk about it next time. But kind of give a setup for it.
All right. Well, I found this video scrolling on YouTube, and this guy was talking about you didn't choose your console growing up. You were I don't want to say he said forced, but you were kind of coerced into picking the console that you're now gaming on today. Like if you were a Nintendo fan,
You didn't choose.
were basically bred to be a Nintendo fan, as opposed to I chose to be a Nintendo fan on my own. So it was kind of like that, and I kind of wanted to steer it in a different direction. I didn't want to go down that route, but I was more so curious about what console made you, in K-Bone's case, obviously PlayStation, but when did it like click for you? Like, oh, I gotta stay with PlayStation, and I wanted to talk about that.
Question. That's a good question. Well, we got a little time. I found the video. We can definitely talk about it next time too. But I like how you framed that. What made you stick with the company and device you stuck with? What made you feel like this was home? That's what you're basically saying?
Basically, yeah.
Because a lot of times, a lot of people, once they, like, if you was a Sega person, you stuck with Sega. No matter what. I think it was easier the transition from Sega to Sony. But K-Bum, I'd be interested to hear that your take. What made you? Because you've gotten Sony every generation, and I would say you got an Xbox here and there. You got a Switch, and you was gifted a Switch, and you actually purchased or paid me back for the Switch too.
I purchased. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't belittle my purchase. Don't belittle my purchase, brother.
Yeah, you cashed
I purchased a Switch too. Don't do that.
You did. I said you paid me back. You purchased it. I charged it, but you gave me the money, so you paid for it. What made you stick with, or what made you a Sony guy for the most part? If I'm
okay,
Keith, am I asking that right, Keith? Am I asking that right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how quick I can get through this. Originally, Nintendo gamer. Had the first Nintendo NES, and I loved the NES. I played Mario Brothers. I played pretty much everything out there for. Then I didn't play Zelda. I wasn't a fan of that. This is just being honest. Wasn't a fan of that. I played.
It's just funny because it hadn't changed.
No, it hadn't changed. But pretty much everything else that came with the system. And then I switched over to Sega.
I thought so.
I wasn't feeling the Super Nintendo. I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't my cup of tea, from what I saw. And even then, when I was little, I was big into doing research and reading. Read all the magazines, or I was sit in the grocery store and read the magazine while my mom shopped. uh, if that counts. But I would read the magazines. I would do all that to get up on, and understand what was going on in the gaming space. So I was, even as a kid, I was pretty well learned when it came to gaming. So I wasn't feeling the because I wasn't a platformer even then. I wasn't really a platformer, so I kind of moved away from that, uh, and so I started to move into action games, and I thought um, Sega had more going for when it came to the action games. So I moved towards Sega. Enjoyed it. There were several games that looked better on the Nintendo system. I remember that. Madden, the Madden version on Nintendo, Super Nintendo, was way better than the one on um, on the Sony system. I mean, Sony Sega system, but I digress. Getting back to the point. And so I went from that to I played. I remember at a conference I played a Nintendo 64. I played Star Fox on Nintendo 64, and I was like, "What is wrong with this controller? what am I playing on? Why all these buttons here?" I'm like, I don't like that. And so I steered away from the 64 and went towards Sony. And this is where I fell in love, where I have found home. Um, and that was
Well, I found
action.
identity,
I found I found my kingsman, my tribe. And that was action adventure games, and Sony had them in droves. And Metal Gear Solid was when I was like, wow, I love gaming. Was playing Metal Gear Solid, the first one. I'm like, this is amazing. And I've been a fan of that storytelling, action adventure type of games ever since, and I haven't looked back. So that was it was they had the games that I wanted to play, and then the PlayStation 2 was easier. Well, not easier. I convinced my mom to get it because of the fact it had a DVD player. So that was an easier way to get the system. Was I remember the morning it dropped, I did all the research and told my mom about the DVD player and how, hey mom, this is a cheaper DVD that we can get in our house. Look, we can watch DVDs, and mom, DVD. And then I played Tekken 2, and I was like, yeah, I'm home. This is it. I see no reason to buy any other system ever again. And so that was my journey. That's where I was. That's where I found myself, and I haven't looked back since.
Okay, all right.
Yep,
Answer your
I'm gonna
own
be quick.
question, bro. Answer your own question.
I'm gonna try to be quick too, man. I started off on the Atari. No, this one I ain't that old. I started off on the NES, similar to came on, but I was really young, so I didn't really know what I was playing. I just knew Mario was good and Duck Hunt was good. But I didn't really dive deep. I did play Zelda 2, didn't know what I was doing, but I thought it was pretty cool and I liked the music. But then I started to come into my own. I played Mario 3 and I was like, this Mario thing, it's kind of nice. I did beat the first Mario. Believe it or not, I jumped in that little bitty ledge and I completed it. But Mario 3, and then the movie was coming out. I was like, oh man, I kind of like the world of Nintendo. And then my uncle, I got a young uncle. He had the Super Nintendo, so I got a chance to play the Super Nintendo. I was always kind of behind anyways. But I got a chance to play the Super Nintendo, and I was like, this is nice. But I think I want to try something else. And I got the Genesis. And I ended up getting the Genesis, and I played Sonic, that Beast reincarnation or incarnation game or whatever it's
Ultra
called.
Beast.
Altered Beast, thank you. Play Altered Beast. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't really dive deep into the Sega universe like that. Outside of Sonic, I didn't really play anything else. I'm trying to think. Like I know, like they had the fighting games. I used to play fighting games too, but I didn't really dive deep into the Sega games. Oh, I forgot Mega Man on the NES, right? So I was so many different games that I was playing and experiencing. I loved Mega Man. Couldn't beat any of them. They were so hard. But then as I had my Sega, I found out that they was making Mega Man X, Super Mario World. I played that at my uncle's house. Um, and all of these games that were just still coming out from the NES, and now they on the SNES, but they weren't coming out on Sega. And I'm like, oh man, I'm missing out. So then got rid of the Sega, told them I want to get the Super Nintendo. They got rid of that because back then you ain't having all that in the house. You playing one and that's it. So finally got the Super NES. Now I'm playing Mario Kart. Excuse me, Super Mario Kart. Playing that Mega Man X. My homeboy. We trading games, all this other stuff. And then and Kayvon, you unlocked a core memory for me, man. In the grocery store, reading magazines and stuff.
Yep.
Oh man, it was
Yep.
glorious.
Yep.
These kids will never understand. But
Never.
anyways, I'll be safe. I'll be right here, and there ain't nobody coming. I'll be right here. You know exactly where I'm at. But
Yep.
anyways,
Try and get that stealing that little demo disc out of the.
yeah,
Sorry.
right. I'm gonna let you have that, but I know what you're talking about. EGM magazine. Uh, but anyways, and then I heard about the Ultra 64. Mind you, the PlayStation. I think the PlayStation was already out, and I went on back on my grandmother's house, so my uncle was there, and we got to talking about the N64. And he was like, this hurt my feelings so bad. He was like, yeah, man, that Final Fantasy 7 looks so good, man. I can't wait to get the N64. I was like, wait, that ain't on the N64. that ain't coming to the N64. Wait a minute. But
That's funny.
I still stuck with what I knew, and I picked the N64 because I trusted the Nintendo games. So for me, it really keyed in on me with the N64. Like I was coming into my own, but it really stuck with me in the N64. And I remember always looking at the comparisons and what we do today, and seeing how the games stack up against each other, like the wrestling games had look on PlayStation versus Nintendo 64. Of course, Nintendo 64 was smoother, but it still seemed like it was missing that grit, that texture, something that PlayStation always delivered. And it really was more games coming out on PlayStation, but I didn't have money like that to just go back and forth. I did get a chance to play PlayStation over my homeboy's house. He he had everything, and he did play the Final Fantasy 7, and we was playing the Marvel versus Capcom versus Marvel, and all
Yep.
those games was on PlayStation. And this one hurt my feelings. Mega Man X continued on the PlayStation, and I was like, I'll play it one day. But I spent so much time over his house, I basically got a chance to play it anyways without having to buy it. So for me, I've been locked in with Nintendo because I always want to see where Nintendo is going to go with their games next. I want to see what the Zeldas are going to be. I want to see what Mario is going to be, and I want to see the unique games that they're going to come up with. Like when GameCube came out, they came out with Pikmin and all this other stuff. So I'm more intrigued with the uniqueness, and then I'll go back and play those other games from third parties and stuff like that. But now I don't have to worry about that because I'm a grown man and I can buy anything I want to when it comes to gaming. And yeah, so I just been locked in with Nintendo ever since the N64.
Okay, all right. So of course, as the video was stating, I kind of just played what was purchased for me by my father and my mother. You. Now I will say I did get a chance to play the Atari. I mean, and all those systems. I remember my cousins had Ataris and playing Pac-Man and other games, and they was cool. And then when I go over there, I would love playing it, but I can't even really think of a time that I was like, yeah, I want an Atari. But I remember us going down at a family reunion. We went down to Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, and while I was there, one of my cousins had an NES, and he had two games. He had this one game. He had Mario Kart. I mean, he had Mario, and he had this other kind of action game that was just dope to me. And I was like, it made me feel like I was at the arcade. And man, I couldn't get enough of that system. And it was totally different than the Atari. So I remember that year, our parents, I think, saw how much we was all gravitating to the NES. They went out and bought all of us NESs for Christmas. All my cousins, every one of us got all my mom's sisters and their kids got NESs for Christmas. So that's where it started, was really with the NES, Mario, Double Dragon, Mega Man, Demon Blade, a Demon Sword, Metal Gear Solid was on there. There's a lot of games on the NES. So then, of course, NES became the Super NES, and now we playing Street Fighters from the arcade, and we playing Mortal Kombat. But I remember, I love at that time I started to realize that I was falling into the whole brand loyalty thing, because Genesis was coming out, and Genesis does what Nintendo don't. And I remember seeing Buster Douglas. Was it Buster Douglas Punch Out or Knockout or was
Douglas?
It
he had a game.
Was it Buster Douglas or Evander Holyfield? I think it was Buster Douglas.
Evander Holyfield.
Was it Evander Holyfield?
Had a
Okay.
Yeah, Holyfield had a game.
Yeah, he had that game, and I remember seeing the graphics. I was like, oh my God. I remember seeing Alter Beast. I remember seeing Sonic and the music in Sonic, and going over my cousin's house and playing Eternal Champions. And low key, I was trying to convince myself that my Super NES was still better, even though these games were impressive on the on the Genesis. So, but I was trying. I had a Super NES, so I had to rock with the Super NES. So, of course, after that, my dad go out his way. I remember the story. He literally had to call my Aunt Teeny down in Dallas, because they, Super N64s was hard to come by. He secured one down there. She bought it and then had it shipped up here. And I remember when it came in, he didn't know he had packaged it up and hid it in like some blankets and stuffed it beside the china cabinet in the dining room. And I went in there and I saw the N, and I saw the N and the 6, and I knew we had an N64. I knew about a month or two before Christmas. So anyway, the N64 is where it broke for me. Like, the N64 and Mario 64 blew my mind in such a way that Nintendo forever stained in my conscience. It was Mario 64, then it was Wave Race, then it was Bond, James Bond, and that game was like when you shoot them in the hand and they react to where you shoot them at in the 3D. Like I was like, even though I knew at that time reading magazines and understanding that a lot of third party was abandoning ship and the cartridge, to me the experience was second to none. Like, my cousin had a PlayStation, my other cousin had a Saturn. I go over there and I play, Virtua Fighters. I play whatever latest Sonic and whatever was over there. And I go over my other cousin's house and play Banjo-Kazooie. Not Banjo-Kazooie, but Crash Bandicoot and all these other games that they had on there. And they were cool, but nothing came close to Nintendo in their first party. And I just couldn't get enough of the third. Like Mario, nothing was like Mario 64. Nothing was like Wave Races. Nothing was like James Bond. Nothing. Then Ocarina of Time came out. Nothing was like Ocarina of Time. And it wasn't a lot of games. It was not a lot of games
No, it wasn't.
the N64. But the games that was there, when Mario Kart 64 came out, I mean, it was like and you had 4 controller hookups. It was just like, I know it's more better games. And when Star Fox came, was it Star Fox on the 64? Yeah, Star Fox came out with the Rumble Pack. Like, You couldn't, at that point in time, my brand loyalty and then the experience, you could not convince me anything was better than 64. Nothing was better. I love the 64. And then my first system that I bought with my own money was it the GameCube? Which came out first, the Dreamcast or the GameCube?
Dreamcast.
It was the Dreamcast. I bought the Dreamcast because of Soul Calibur. And that's when I realized, okay. And then Dead or Alive. And then I end up buying the GameCube, and I was still on my brand loyalty, but the Dreamcast low key became my favorite system. But there were still key titles on the GameCube that I loved. And then the Dreamcast died, so I ended up trading in. I wish I would have never did this. I traded in my Dreamcast for the PlayStation 2 because I wanted Tekken Tag, and I wanted to play God of War. And I regretted it because the PlayStation 2 was not better than the Dreamcast in my opinion. But the N60, but the GameCube was great. And then after the GameCube, I was still on my brand loyalty. So I would say it was with the 64. The 64 is what done it for me. But then the Wii came, and it was the first party. There is nothing that's better to me than Nintendo's first party, the key first party. But then the PlayStation 3 came, and that's what broke it down again. The PlayStation 3 was like the Dreamcast to my Nintendo love. It made me realize, yes, there are other things out here that could be better. And then I got the 360, and then from there I pretty much had all the systems. Pretty much every year I had all the systems. But in 64, the Nintendo was still my go-to. So it was a 64 for me. Super NES, but it was the 64. The 64 could nothing touch Nintendo first party titles. Like those were some of the those are some of the best experiences ingrained in my memory experiences of all time. Like I will never forget GoldenEye. I will never forget Ocarina of Time. I will never forget 64. I will never forget Wave Race. Them was just too good. They were just too good, and it was enough. Even though it was sad not getting Street Fighters and not getting Final Fantasy and not getting all these other games I was used to. I did get my Double Dragon on there though, so I would say this 64 was it for me. That's what made me a Nintendo fan for life. Was the 64. Hello. Then y'all didn't go to sleep.
Yeah, no.
I agree.
Oh,
No. Just listen to the story.
like, man, y'all go to sleep when I be like,
No. We let you have your reminiscent time. I was listening.
Man, it was 64. But that's what made me the Super NES and the 64 made me Nintendo stands. Especially the 64, because I knew the 64 was in a bad spot. I knew they were. I read the magazine. I'm like, man, they couldn't get no game. This game not coming. That game not coming. And this game, and I felt, and I'm looking at the PlayStation, and I'm like, the PlayStation don't look nothing like the 64. And I remember trading my PlayStation, swapping my 64 with my cousin and my uncle, really, and my younger cousin Cameron. And he I got his PlayStation because it was a game at Blockbuster. And when I worked there, I wanted to play, so I rented it and kept it out, and I was playing it on the PlayStation. I was like, man, I like the PlayStation, but the PlayStation was just cool. You felt the cool of PlayStation. You knew PlayStation was it was it was hip. You could make music on the PlayStation. There's all this other stuff you could do on the PlayStation. It just made it different. And when it turned on, you put CDs in it. It was just this new thing. It felt modern. It felt up to date. But visually, it just didn't feel like in 64. It didn't feel like the 64. And when I got my 64 back, I was like, man, no. These are the only game that I ended up loving was Marker Cree. Marker Cree was dope. That was a dope game. It was ahead of its time too. I think Assassin's Creed and a lot of games borrow some of the elements from Mark of Cree. But that game, I bought it for that game, and but it just nothing touched the 64, man. Then the GameCube,
Yeah,
nothing. It was like you
it
knew.
was.
Go ahead, Keith. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it was just something about it. Like I
Yeah,
can rattle off a bunch of experiences with PlayStation. Like that was first time we saw. Was it the first? Yeah, the first time we saw Resident Evil, and I was like, "Yo,
yeah,
what is this?" The sound of the guns and the eeriness and the
yeah.
emptiness of the sound. I remember Parasite Eve. I didn't play games like that, but I remember seeing those games and
Twisted
sitting there
Metal.
watching somebody else play it. Twisted Metal. You had Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
These are games that are like memories of mine, but excuse me, it just wasn't enough to sway me to like go away from Nintendo. Nintendo didn't have none of that.
No.
Toward the end of the N64 life, it did get Resident Evil 2, but it
Yeah.
didn't have none of that.
I never
It didn't
played
have
them.
none of that.
Bad Conquer. Was it
Conquer Bad Fur Day.
Fur Day? Yeah, that was another one.
Fire.
But it was just
Fire.
when it came to feel, control, smoothness, visuals, like nothing was touching the 64, bro. I'm sorry, wasn't
Oh, I
nothing on.
always hated the 64 controller. I always hated the controller.
The controller didn't bother me. But I can understand going back and trying to touch it now, yeah. But then hey, that's what they gave us. I made it work. But the games like that 3D mode, it was, man, going and trying to play Tomb Raider on the PlayStation, and I'm like, what kind of 3D mess is this? Like, she turning around like looking like I'm like, brother, no, I got to get back to Mario moves so smooth. It was too smooth. It was like PC elitist. Like I felt like a piece. I was too snobby for anything else. And but like I said, the PlayStation 3, after the Dreamcast was the first break of that reality. Like, oh, wait a minute. When I saw Sonic, when I went out there and played Sonic 3D Sonic, and you running through the harbor and that dolphin breaks through the little the deck you was on, it made my heart sink. Like I was a stan. I was a 64 stan. When I played Sonic on the Dreamcast, I left Toys R Us excited and shook. K-Bum, I was having an internal meltdown. Like, I'm trying my best to convince me that it's not better. And it was. I knew it was. And then I remember my boys went out. D, and John went out to, remember Babbage's in the mall?
Yep.
They had a kiosk set up of the Dreamcast, and they was playing Sonic. But I knew the dude there. He's like, hey, check this out. They put Soul Calibur in. Brother, I got a hold of Maxie and got a hold of I think it's Mizurugi. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I think it's Caleb, and lost my mind. And my boys, like, they was PlayStation stands. I was the Nintendo stand. I was fighting Art. They called me the kitty system, just like your wife did one time, K-Punk. They were doing
One
me the
time.
same way. Yeah, several times. But anyway, hey, man. But that kitty system in your house now. Take that, Miss K-Punk. Anyway, dude, I played Sonic at Toys R Us. I convinced myself that Sonic wasn't as good. I knew it was, but I convinced myself that game blew me away. It was Soul Calibur. I could not get over it so bad that I took my next check. All I had was and I had a bill to play at college came up. I literally had to pay for my class.
Wow.
I took my money. My mama was mad. I convinced my mama. I put on. I was like I need a break. I need a mental. I had this whole game. I found $100. I was like, this guy is meant. God meant for me to go get this. I went out there.
Wow.
I took my whole check that I was supposed to pay my classes, I went out there and bought that Dreamcast.
Jesus.
I bought that Dreamcast and I bought Soul Calibur. And then I found $100 in the leaves walking to class, bro. $100. I don't know how I saw this $100. That could have paid for my class. I went out there and bought Sonic. My mama was hot. So
You should have tore that butt up.
my dad, I was 19 by that time. Brother,
When she should have hit you,
no, I
she
was
should have threw some
18.
punches.
I was 18 by that time. But brother, Dreamcast became my system. Even over the 64, I was playing Dreamcast more than the 64. And then I got the GameCube, Luigi's Mansion. But the GameCube just didn't have what the N64 had to me. It was great. It had Resident Evil 4 was my favorite game on GameCube, and what is it? By EA, Fight for Def Jam Vendetta and Fight for New York. Them was my games on the 64, on the GameCube. N64 first party titles wasn't my favorite games on that system, except for Mario Kart. I don't know. The GameCube just didn't do what the 64 did to me. And then the Wii was the Wii. And then the Wii U was the Wii U. I was more of a PlayStation fan. Then I was low key fronting. I was a big PlayStation 3 fan. I love PlayStation 3. And then the Wii was fun. It had some games on there, but I was Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 at that time. I was really fronting. Like I would argue with you on the phone, K-Bum, how Nintendo is the greatest, and low key, I was 360 and PlayStation 3 all day. Wasn't nothing touching Uncharted. Wasn't nothing touching Gears of War. Wasn't nothing touching God of War. Like I knew the Wii was up. I knew this system wasn't it. And then I was really going hard for the Wii U, and I quickly learned early in this ain't it. But I was in love with it, with that pad and what it can do, and I was still standing. And I had to come off of it. That was a generation I came off all that, and I'm a gamer now. I love gaming first, but it was 60. Nothing lived up to the 64 until the Switch. Nothing lived up to the 64 until the Switch, and then now the Switch 2. But I was chasing that N64 vibe, and I couldn't find it on none of them systems afterwards. But anyway, we've been here long enough. Let's get out of here. That was the cast for the night. Thank you guys for tuning in. What's up, Darkwing 709? I saw you. I didn't get a chance to give you a shout out. But anyway, I'm going to let these dudes sign out, starting with Mr. K-Bob. Pretty, go ahead.
No, man. Enjoyed myself today. Thank you guys for coming through and being a part of this podcast. And thank you guys for allowing us to go down memory lane with some of these, and good topic on Keith. And definitely good conversations around Xbox, and it was a little bit different. I'm not just trying to straight throw jabs at Xbox, but just trying to understand behind the curtain, behind the scenes, what's going on, and why these events are happening the way they're happening. So that was dope. I appreciate you guys coming through, having those conversations with us, having the chat, and just being here in the comment section, man. It's always dope to hear you guys' thoughts and be able to feedback. So I enjoyed myself today. Hopefully you guys did too, and get you guys next week.
All right. Mr. Norris.
It's on me?
Yes, sir.
Oh man. Yeah, man. It was a good conversation tonight. I feel that we did the black woman justice. I feel we uncovered some things I hadn't heard Rebel say until tonight. I thought that was pretty good. So shout out to Sarah Bun. Make sure you go on to go and do bigger and greater things with her life. But thank y'all for showing up for us tonight. Keeping us honest in the comment section. listening to us go down memory lane, as K-Bomb said. And until next week, we'll have our impressions on Resident Evil. And I hope to hear y'all in the chat too. Talk to y'all later.
Yes, sir. Cover Foot Crunch said I had the game pass too. Okay, but yeah, man, I enjoyed myself on tonight. That last topic was a good topic. Going down memory lane. But yeah, I couldn't sit back and let them do Sarah like that. I hate to see Phil out. You know, new era like Reggie. You know, seeing him go was hard, but Nintendo actually been doing really good since Reggie. Maybe? No, it's over for Xbox. Hey,